could save all this money on shopping sites using
Hi, hello everyone. A big hi to all my bacha log. Kaise sab? Everyone, do let me know how much of energy you have saved for the session and how your day was. And do let me know everything in the chat box. I'm going to look into it. Let me say hi to all the bacha logs in the classroom. Hi Amit, hi Bhupendra, hi Madhavan, hi Sumaya, Vitiviti, Jia, good evening, Sumaya, Deepika, Varad. A big hi to every बच्चा लोग in the classroom. जल्दी फटाफट बता दे कैसे? How are you all doing? 18th को, so I think this is the best session for you, है ना? Because we are going to solve a model paper here. So let's see how much you all can do it. Right? This is for 11th standard, 12th standard model paper discussion is at 10 p.m. है ना बच्चा लोग? Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening Devika, Latiful, Sumaya, Madhavan. A big hi to everyone in the classroom. So, needless to say, I think every one of you who have gathered here might be knowing why we are here, isn't it? Because in today's session, we'll be solving a model question paper for our upcoming term 1 examination for 11th standard students. Okay? So we'll be making first an analysis of this particular paper and then we'll start doing the questions one by one. Okay? And whoever is seeing me, bacha log, for the very first time, this is Ameer, your physics educator at Unacademy, and those who love me more used to call me Ameer Bhaiya. Okay, a bit of introduction about myself. I hope you all can see. I have an experience of almost 4 years in the field of teaching. I'm a BTech graduate from an IT Calicut in mechanical engineering, and one more thing, I'm from Kerala, bacha log. So मेरा हिंदी है ना उतना अच्छा नहीं है, ठीक है. सो बीच बीच में थोड़ा हिंदी बोलता है, लेकिन द एंटायर कंसेप्चुअल एक्सप्लेनेशन विल बी इन इंग्लिश, ठीक है. Okay, so I have to yet update the schedule. So the schedule is for the last week, matlab ye week, okay, which is already done. Now, regarding the Telegram channel, why it is so much important? If you don't want to miss any of the live classes from your favorite teachers and bacha log, you can be a part of this Telegram channel. Why? Because in this Telegram channel, you will be getting all the notifications and alerts on time, so that you won't miss any of the live classes from your favorite teachers. Bugs Bounty क्या होता है बच्चा लोग? It's an amazing way you can grab as many prizes as possible. You just have to go to the description. There you'll find a form. Fill the form if you're finding any inappropriate content in any of the videos uploaded by Unacademy. ठीक है. Now, before we start moving on, can you all just do a small favor? Can you all text all your friends, share this particular session to all your friends, colleagues, and in your school groups, and tell them that the session has already started? Can you all tell that? Huh? Because we can have an amazing session. We can have everyone in the session, and Mil Julkar, we can make this session super awesome. Okay, you all can do that. We'll give them some 2-3 minutes. In the meanwhile, I'll be giving a bit more introduction about this Unacademy platform. What do you all say? Right, Sumaya, Preeti, Purna? Sure. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your cooperation and help, bacha log. Now, you all know how amazing it will be to be a part of this Unacademy family and to start learning with us, right? So if you want to start learning with us completely for free, right, you are having the chance on every day, every Sunday at 1 p.m. What is happening at 1 p.m. on Sundays? We have the compact scholarship test. Make sure that you are being a part of it. You can see that according to the ranks, amazing scholarship are given, and if you are one among the rank 1 to 3, you'll be getting 1 year free plus subscription. Isn't it amazing? Yes. Now, if you want to be a part of this scholarship test completely for free, don't forget to use a code which is AMB10. Then, last thing, 2 more minutes, we are going to start with our session. Okay? Now, why this Unacademy subscription is so much important? I know that many of you, right, or most of you are dependent upon this YouTube platform, and we know that everything is nowadays available in YouTube platform. It's a very good thing, right? If you can learn completely for free from YouTube, it's a good thing, right? But though everything is available in YouTube, right, the information is being scattered here and there. So in order to gather the information and to start learning from YouTube, it will take some time. there comes the help of Unacademy. So those who want to save those particular point of time and use it for your learning process, you can be a part of this Unacademy subscription. Why? Because in the Unacademy platform, we all educators will be teaching with a proper schedule targeting JEE, NEET and the board examination. Okay? And we'll also make sure that bacha log, every topic that is being covered in the classroom is in proper order and you can keep track of everything in the classroom. Okay? Once everything is in proper order, what happens? You will start falling in love. You'll be giving your complete hard work and obviously you're going to make a huge progress in your studies. Then you all can see top educators of the country are already there with the Unacademy platform, right? They are having a very good experiences. They'll be telling you what to study, what are the kind of questions you should be practicing. You just want to follow them. You'll be ending up in the colleges whichever you are dreaming about. Then they clear study material, practice test and live test series will make you super confident and will bring out the best from every one of you. I think 6 months subscription is more than enough because we are almost at the end of the academic year. So it will cost you 1,667 per month, bachalo. And those who need extra 10% of discount, I think you should be memorizing this particular code, which is AMB10, and get 10% of discount. And you will get as much as offers as possible once you use this code. Okay. Then देखले ये iconic subscription क्या होता है? Now, those who want more features from this plus subscription, you should be going for iconic. Because in iconic you will be given a personal mentor, matlab someone to help you, someone to tell you what to study, okay, what not to study, what should be your schedule should be. Okay, he'll be just like a friend to you, okay, and whenever you feel sad and low, he'll be telling, okay, you don't have to be sad, you just do things, obviously your mark is going to be improved. So you'll feel comfortable when this person is assigned to you. Then live doubt solving classes will be there, weekly reports will be given to you. So for all these things, if you're going for a 6-month subscription, it will cost you 2,833 per month. And चाहिए ना आप लोगों को discount 10%. So use कर ले AMB10. Make sure that you use this code AMB10. Get 10% of discount बच्चा लोग, ठीक है? And get as much as offers while you make the subscription. Don't forget to use this referral code. Now offers are going on. Okay, if you make 12-month subscription, extra 6-month subscription is given free for, right, only for the first 1,000 subscribers. Make sure that you are one among them, right? So jaldi se jaldi make the subscription. ठीक है? Okay, now it's done and now it's time for our sample question paper discussion, right? Obviously, okay, once we are done with all the introduction slides and now we will be starting, right? Why I should be holding you back? So jaldi se jaldi bata de, are you all ready? Okay, when you say bacha log hai na, you all are ready, right? You should be having a pen and a book right in front of you and we together will be solving all the questions. ठीक है? प्रीति, मेरा डे तो बिल्कुल बढ़िया था. Thank you so much for asking. Yes, Jia, mathematics, Purna, everyone with a pen and chotu book. बिल्कुल, प्रीति ready है, देविका ready है. So have you all shared the classes with your friends and asked them to join? किया है क्या आप लोगों ने? हाँ, किया है क्या everyone? Mathematics वाला, yes. Okay, very good, very good, very good. So we'll start, है ना? So we'll go. So we can do the questions together. If you find any difficulty in any of the questions, please let me know. We'll be solving it and also be giving you enough conceptual explanation. Okay? Yes. देख ले बच्चा. This question paper has 3 sections. First, we'll go through the general instruction, right? So it has a section A, B, and C. In section A, you are given with 25 questions, bachcha log. But do we need to attend all those 25 questions? No. You are given choice. Okay, you only need to attend 20 questions. Matlab, whatever questions you find difficult, you can leave and you just need to do 20 questions only, so that still you will be getting complete marks. Okay, then dekh le. Section B has 24 questions. How much you have to attend? 20 questions only. And section C has 6 questions, and among that, how many questions you have to attend? 5 questions only. So this is giving you so much of options, है ना? Even though some questions are tough for you, you can leave that and you can do only those questions which you find easy. Wow, that's amazing. How much time is there? 1 hour and 30 minutes. As you can see, all the questions are having equal marks, okay, and there is no negative marking. Matlab, make sure that you are giving answers to each and every question because negative marking is not there. Okay. Now, let us make an analysis, okay, how the marks are being distributed for each and every chapters. So the chapter wise weightage is given, as you all can see. What is it? On the chapter physical world, 5%. Matlab, in the chapter physical world, I think information is there which everybody might be knowing, isn't it? Okay, nothing new is there, so you can easily grab that 5. Units and dimensions say 9%. Oh my god. So I think it is from a one dimension motion you are having the maximum percentage of questions, which is 18%. Baap re baap. है ना? फिर 2D पे 13%. Newton's laws of motion again 13%. 2D and laws of motion has same weightage, I think. Then we have work power energy, rotation and gravitation. These are the percentage wise according to each and every chapters. Right, this is just an analysis of the entire question paper. So here if you look, the more weightage is for 1D. Here you can see for work per energy, है ना? Then it is for which? Then it is for, we can say that it is for rotational motion, है ना? Then it is for 2D and laws of motion and gravitation, and then units, and the least for physical world. Okay, so this is for class 11th, Arpita. So, shall we start with the section A? Bacha log, shall we start with the section A, everyone? Everyone. So, jaldi se jaldi, you can give me the answer. I'll be giving you 20 seconds of time for each and every question. That will be your time to solve the question and give me the answer in the chat box. ठीक है? Okay. And you can mark the answers. You can give me the answers as such. So Ayush बोल रहा है कि पूर्णा बोल रहा है कि option A है. Then A is correct. Ha. Very good, very good. At 10 p.m. we'll start. Very good, Devika, Jia, very good. Sub correct hai. Okay. Option A is the correct one. Light here hai na. It's a unit to measure a larger distance. Larger distance matlab the distance between stars, planets and all those stuff. Okay? So light here is used to measure the distance between the stars. Done? Okay. So I don't think nobody has any doubt in that. Okay. Moving on. Agla. Newtonian mechanics could not explain. I hope you all know what do you mean by Newtonian mechanics. Matlab the laws of Newton's laws of motion. That's what you mean by Newtonian mechanics. Discussion school, very good. आयुष बोल रहा है सी, पूर्णा बोल रहा है सी. Then सोनू, Sumaya. Okay, everyone, yes. Everyone is going with the option C, hai na? Yes. The correct option is C itself. Now, what do you mean by Newtonian mechanics? It matlab Newton's laws of motion. ठीक है? Newton's laws of motion is actually valid for macroscopic objects. Macro matlab क्या होता है बच्चा लोग? Big objects, bada, like in the case of rockets, है ना? The motion of the rockets can be explained by laws of motion. Fall of bodies on earth, okay, movement of planets, all these are big objects where Newton's laws of motion is valid. But when you come to atomic phenomena, matlab protons, electrons, neutrons, while we consider the motion of all these subatomic particles, the laws of motion fails because so many problems happen there, right? So Newton's laws of motion could not explain the subatomic particles there. So Newtonian mechanics will only be able to explain about the motion of bigger objects. ठीक है? मतलब option A, B and C are right, which can be explained according to Newton, which cannot be explained, which is our question, is option C. Okay? Hi Sandeep. छोटू सा question था, है ना? छोटू सा question. What do you all say? बोल दे. All these two questions are simple question. नाउ ये क्वेश्चन कर ले, जल्दी. This is a beautiful question, I say, right, where we are using the concepts of relative velocity. I think many of you might have seen this question actually, right? नहीं पता था, अभी पता चला ना. Now you got it, right, Sudhanshu? ओके, सुधांशु बोल रहा है कि ऑप्शन डी बोल रहा है. ओके, देन सोनू ऑल्सो सेज ऑप्शन डी बोल रहा है मुझसे. आयुष बी बोल रहा है. ओके, सौरभ सेज टी. सो हमारा करेक्ट ऑप्शन डी है. वेरी गुड, कंग्रेचुलेशंस बच्चा लोग. सो करना है ना, चाहिए ना. So let's see how this particular question can be done. देख ले. A jet airplane traveling at the speed of 500 km per hour. So whatever is given, let's write. Velocity of the jet 500. Ejects its products of combustion at a speed of 1500 relative to the jet plane. मतलब velocity of the products, okay, with respect to the jet plane is given as 1500. My question is, will it be plus 1500 बच्चा लोग, और नहीं तो minus 500 होता है. अरे you know that, देख ले, when this flight is moving forward, the products are ejected backwards, है ना. मतलब ये velocity, it is moving in the backward direction, so it will be having a negative sign. Needless to say, isn't it? Yes, ठीक है. Question ये कि what is the speed of combustion with respect to an observer on the ground. मतलब ये कि what is the actual velocity of the product. VP क्या होता है? You all know है ना. You just need to expand this particular formula. What is, how will you expand velocity of products with respect to jet? It is velocity of product minus velocity of jet is equal to minus 1500. Isn't it? Right. Now velocity of jet क्या दे दिया है? 500 दे दिया है. Just substitute velocity of products minus velocity of jet कितना? 500 is equal to minus 1500. So velocity of product कितना हो जाएगा? Minus 500 will become plus 500 minus 1500. ये कितना? How much is it? Yes, minus 1000 with the unit of kilometer per hour. So हमको मिल गया उत्तर डी. देख ले. You are god of physics, love you. अरे बाप रे. वो तो बढ़िया बात है. एनीवे, सो ठीक है, थैंक यू सो मच. सो हाँ अभिमन्यु, वी जस्ट डिड 3 क्वेश्चंस, है ना बच्चा लोग. हाउ मेनी क्वेश्चंस वी कंप्लीटेड? 3 है ना. यस, हाँ सुमैया बोल रहा है कि डी है. जशंती बोल रहा है कि 1000 है. वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. बाप रे, एवरीवन इज हियर विद द करेक्ट आंसर. तो 3 क्वेश्चंस हम कर दिया. सो इज इट क्लियर? यस सुमैया, देविका, जशन, राइट? Okay, yes, very good, very good. So interested for the next one, 4th question के लिए shall we jump into? देख ले. So I think this is a question from, not I think, this is a question from projectile motion. Crystal clear? तो ये भी कर ले. It's a question from projectile motion. ठीक है बच्चा लोग. Let's see how much we all have learned this particular chapter. Hi danger zone. Hi. I couldn't see you. So जल्दी उत्तर कर ले. ओके, प्रीति बोल रहा है कि ऑप्शन सी है. इज ऑप्शन सी द करेक्ट? इज ऑप्शन सी द करेक्ट? सर क्लास 11 का फिजिक्स का इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन बना दो, एग्जाम्स नियर. ओके, एक्चुअली वी आर सॉल्विंग अ सैम्पल पेपर. डोंट यू थिंक दैट दिस इटसेल्फ टेल्स यू व्हिच ऑल आर द इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस, हाउ अ क्वेश्चन पेपर इज गोना कम? हाँ, डोंट यू थिंक दैट? तो anyone more? I just have the answer from one person, which is Preeti, I think. और कोई? Is anyone else with the correct answer? Okay, सुधांशु बोल रहा है कि ऑप्शन बी है. जिया बोल रहा है कि बी है. अभिमन्यु बी. सुमैया इज लाइक सर क्या होता है उत्तर, है ना. कोई बात नहीं, लेट अस डिस्कस. ओके, देख ले एवरीवन. कम बैक. A motorcycle stunt rider rides off the edge of a cliff. Cliff मतलब, okay, from some height, the motorcycle rider is jumping off. Just at the edge, his velocity is horizontal. Matlab, he is jumping from the edge of a cliff in such a way that its velocity is projected or directed in horizontal direction with a value of 9 meter per second. ठीक है. Question क्या है कि find the magnitude of the motorcycle's velocity vector 0.5 seconds. मतलब time is also given 0.5 after it leaves the edge of the cliff. First, tell me, okay, if a particle jumps from the edge of a cliff, okay, how the particle's motion will be, वो बता पहले. हाँ, it will be exactly ऐसा है ना, it will be making a horizontal projectile motion that we have learned, isn't it? Right? Now, the particle will be moving. Let's say the particle reaches at this point, okay, at some random point I have chosen. Let's say the particle is here after time of 0.5 seconds. Question ye ki at this point, what is the magnitude of velocity? How many of you do remember the formula for velocity in horizontal projectile motion? Formula? This is root of, yes, u square plus gt the whole square. How many of you do remember this formula? Chalo. How many of you do remember? Oh, आप बोल रहे कि 3 questions we have done. I thought your answer was 3. which actually it was correct only, which means option C was correct. Okay, so Jia, very good. Jashandeep, very good. जिसको नहीं पता है जल्दी से नोट कर ले ये. Okay, don't you think that this is an important equation? So note कर ले. Okay, welcome to the class Siddhi. Welcome to the class. ठीक है. Now, what you need to do for finding out the velocity? Substitute कर ले whatever is given in the question. U, is it given? Obviously 9. So 9 square plus G is 10. T कितना? 0.5 है ना? 0.5 the whole square. 10 into 0.5, 5. 5 square, 25. So this will be 81 plus 25. This will be equal to root 106. Root 106 will almost be coming around as 10.2 meter per second. So which is our option बच्चा लोग? हमारा option क्या हो जाएगा? Option C आ जाएगा. Okay, yes, 10.29 तो 9 को drop कर ले. But don't ask me sir, according to rounding off, if we drop 9 it has to be 3. ठीक है? Okay, yes. बिल्कुल बढ़िया. सोनू, so again explain कर ले. अरे just stream back again explain करने के लिए, instead of me explaining again, you can just stream back. I'll be telling the same thing, है ना? Okay, if the values are so close to, let's say a value of 10.2 is also there, 10.1 is also there, ठीक है? In that case, we have to go with the precise value of G. Here, इतना close answers नहीं है, so we don't need to consider G as 9.8, 10 is more than enough. So, हमको मिल गया, option C मिल गया, right? हाँ, danger zone option C है हमारा उत्तर. Good. नहीं आर्यन, we'll be continuing on Monday. Okay, next. Okay, a question from rolling motion. Again, it's a question from direct equation. So, कर सकता है सबको. First, tell me how many of you do remember the formula? We have a sphere, है ना? It is rolling down from an inclined plane. Question is, what is the acceleration at of the sphere when it reaches at the bottom? When it reaches at the bottom, उसका acceleration कितना होता है? It's a question from direct formula. Can anyone give the answer? सुमैया बोल रहा है कि इसका आंसर है क्या ऑप्शन सी और पुराना वाला के? जशनदीप बोल रहा है 5/7, देविका B, जिया B. Okay, so I think everybody is going for the option B. जशन अजमुद्दीन है ना? हाँ, बिल्कुल मेरा बच्चा लोग. हमारा उत्तर ऑप्शन बी है. दिस इज अ रिजल्ट. बिल्कुल रिजल्ट ही है. आई डोंट थिंक यू हैव टू बाय हार्ट दिस पर्टिकुलर रिजल्ट एज 5/7 G sin theta. What you need to by heart is, देख ले, if you are having an inclined plane with inclination theta, okay, on top of it you have any body of mass m. If you roll down the body from this height, the value of acceleration, okay, with which the body will be going is equal to given by g sin theta the whole divided by 1 plus I divided by mr square. Don't ask me sir I क्या होता है, इतना मारेगा मैं. हाँ I क्या होता है बच्चा लोग, मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया, राइट. ओके, नाउ सब्स्टिट्यूट कर ले g sin theta by 1 plus. किसको पता है मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया ऑफ अ सॉलिड स्फीयर क्या होता है? व्हाट इज द मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया ऑफ अ सॉलिड स्फीयर? किस किस लोगों को पता है ये? विद अ स्माइलिंग फेस यू ऑल कैन टेल मी. सिंपल है, छोटू है, छोटू मोटू है. आई का वैल्यू अरे 2/5 mr स्क्वायर है आई डिवाइडेड बाय mr स्क्वायर. ओके, तो नाउ इट्स डन, इजंट इट? देख ले g sin थीटा 1 plus 2/5 is 5 plus 2 7 divided by 5. ये 5 है ना, ऊपर हो जाएगा. सो फाइनल आंसर इज 5/7 g sin थीटा. उत्तर बी मिल गया. वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. सो जशन, सो प्रियंका, जिया, प्रीति, आई थिंक मेनी ऑफ यू डू नो द फॉर्मूला, राइट? जिसको पता नहीं है ये इक्वेशन भी नोट डाउन कर ले. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन from the chapter of rotation and from the subtopic of rolling motion. Okay, जिसको नहीं पता है ये नोट डाउन कर ले. वो कर दिया? हाँ, everyone did it? Okay, इतना बड़ा थैंक यू क्यों प्रियंका? हाँ, आंसर बी है, आंसर बी है. वेरी गुड. तो अगला क्वेश्चन, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज ऑल्सो from the part of rotational motion. Okay, like I told you, the chapter rotation has also more significance. You can find many questions from this chapter. देख ले. सर अपर ACC क्या होगा? ACC क्या होता है? तो waiting for your answers बच्चा लोग for this particular question. It's very simple. Solid cylinder है, okay, solid sphere भी है, same mass है, radius भी same है, rotate about their own axis. Moment of inertia will be greater for whether solid sphere या solid cylinder. किसको होता है? दीपक सिंह राजपूत. अरे हिंदी में थोड़ा थोड़ा सीखा है आप लोगों से. So do you all need me to speak only in English? I can do that. Do you need me to speak only in English? वो करना है क्या? I can do that. जशनदीप solid sphere. Then दीपक बोल रहा है कि बी, जिया बोल रहा है कि बी, देविका सी बोल रहा है. फिर okay, so अभी तो प्रॉब्लम हो गया. सो ओनली इंग्लिश, हिंदी और मिक्स, विच वन यू वांट? हिंदी ठीक है. देविका बोल रहा है कि ऑप्शन सी है. जल्दी इसका उत्तर दे दे. लाइक ओनली इंग्लिश, ओनली हिंदी और मिक्स. अभिमन्यु बोल रहा है कि ओके, एवरीवन इज लाइक सर आपका विश. ओके, मैं बीच बीच में हिंदी ऐसे ही यूज़ करेगा, विच मीन्स एक्सप्लेनेशन विल बी कम्प्लीटली डन इन हमारा इंग्लिश में. ओके, देविका लाइक हिंग्लिश. ओके, मिक्स है ना. ओके, सो आई विल बी गोइंग विद मिक्स लैंग्वेज. ठीक है. फर्स्ट, राइट डाउन द मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया ऑफ सॉलिड स्फीयर. व्हाट इज द मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया ऑफ अ सॉलिड स्फीयर? 2/5 mr स्क्वायर. देन हमारा पास सॉलिड सिलेंडर है, उसका mr स्क्वायर बाई 2 है. विच इज ग्रेटर? जस्ट लुक इट, 2/5 और mr स्क्वायर बाई 2. 1/2 mr स्क्वायर. सो द आंसर इज ऑप्शन सी, इजंट इट? है ना. हिंदी एंड इंग्लिश मिक्स है ना. हिंदी पूरा मुझे पता नहीं, दो आई गेव यू द ऑप्शन एज इंग्लिश, हिंदी एंड मिक्स. ओके, आई डोंट नो प्रॉपर हिंदी, सो ऑब्वियसली आई कैन गो फॉर इट. ठीक है. सो हरियाणवी, ठीक है, ठीक है. सो मार ले मुझे. ओके, समहाउ आई मैनेज टू लर्न हिंदी. आप बोल रहे हैं कि हरियाणवी पढ़ ले आप लोग आपने. ओके ये क्वेश्चन कर ले बच्चा लोग. नेक्स्ट. English. Okay, yes, obviously I'll be speaking in the language of English only while I make the explanation. कोई बात नहीं. Okay, don't worry, फिक्र मत कर ले जिया. Okay, थोड़ा मोड़ा बीच में ही हिंदी यूज़ करता हूँ मैं. Okay, everything else will be in proper English. Answer, go for it. It's option A, B, C or D. प्रीति बोल रहा है कि ऑप्शन डी करेक्ट है. डी ऑप्शन इज करेक्ट. ओके, अच्छे से कर ले, विच मीन्स डू इट प्रॉपरली. फिर उसके बाद चेक कर ले दैट वेदर द ऑप्शन डी इज कमिंग, बिकॉज वी हैव नन ऑफ द ऑप्शन ऑल्सो. सो शैल वी डू? ओके, नाउ weight of the body. A man weighs 60 g at earth's surface. मतलब the weight of the body on the surface of the earth is equal to 60 g, right? How will you write? Okay, how will you write the weight of a body? mg, है ना? mg is given as 60. Okay, now similarly at some particular height, which means when the same body is taken to some height, the weight of the body is given as, weight of the body at some height is given as 30 g, right? How will you write the weight of the body at some height? That is equal to mass of the body into the acceleration due to gravity at that particular point, which I have referred to as gh here, that is given as 30. Okay, question ye ki what is the height above the surface of the earth, okay, where the weight is becoming 30, है ना? So ये कैसे करेगा? It's very simple. देख ले, this make it as equation 1, this make it as equation 2. What I'm going to do is equation 2 by 1. Equation 2 divided by 1 कर ले. Left hand side mm cancel हो जाएगा. G at the height h divided by g will be equal to 30 by 60. That is equal to 1 by 2. Okay. First tell me बच्चा लोग, what is the value of acceleration due to gravity at some height? G m divided by r plus h the whole square, है ना? कोई दिक्कत नहीं. So gm, I'm going to make small changes here. I'm going to take r outside. So if r is taken outside of square, it will be coming out as r square. So this will become 1 plus h by r the whole square. दिक्कत थोड़ी ना है ना? Can you tell me what is gm by r square? ये gm by r square, what can I write it as? That I can write it as small g divided by 1 plus h by r the whole square. कर सकता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. So the acceleration due to gravity at some height can be written as g divided by 1 plus h by r the whole square. Okay, so let us rewrite the same equation in the next page. Okay, so हमारा space कहाँ गया? Okay, so we'll write it here. Okay, lack of space. So g at the height h is equal to g divided by 1 plus h by r the whole square. The whole divided by g is equal to 1 by 2. If you want, you can cross check it, right? gh divided by g is 1 by 2. For gh, we have substituted this particular equation. वही कर दिया, ठीक है? Now let us make the simplification. g cancel कर ले. What do you have? 1 divided by 1 plus h by r the whole square is equal to 1 by 2. Taking square root, 1 divided by 1 plus h by r is equal to 1 divided by root 2. Cross multiply करने पे what will you get? 1 plus h divided by r is equal to root 2. Okay, so h का value root 2 minus 1 into radius, that is 6400 kilometers. Right? Okay. What is root 2? Root 2 का वैल्यू कितना है बच्चा लोग? 1.4. Right? 1.4 minus 1 कितना हो जाएगा? 0.4. Right? 0.4 into 6400 कितना है? Multiply कर ले. 64 into 4. 4 4s are 16. 6 4s are 24. 25. As it is 0.4, वो हो जाएगा 25.6 with 2 zeros. सो ये हो जाएगा 2560 किलोमीटर्स, है ना बच्चा लोग? हमारा उत्तर हो जाएगा 2560 किलोमीटर, ऐसा उत्तर नहीं है, सो वी शुड बी गोइंग विद ऑप्शन सी। ठीक है, वी कैन गो विद द ऑप्शन सी इन दिस केस, वी विल बी गेटिंग इट एज 2560 kilometers, है ना? So it's not 2624, not 3000, 2020, none of this option here, so we can go with the option none of this. If none of this option was not there, we could have approximated and we can go on with the option D. As there is a none of these option, we should be going for that only. समझ में आ गया? समझ में आ गया बच्चा लोग? So do you use Insta? अरे मैं तो पुराना वाले के इंसान है, कैसे यूज करते हैं मैं सब इंस्टा। ओके, सो कोई दिक्कत है क्या इस पे? एनी प्रॉब्लम, एनीवन? अंडरस्टूड ऑल द कॉन्सेप्ट बच्चा लोग सबको? यस, विद अ ब्यूटीफुल स्माइल एवरीवन? यस, क्लियर? मुकेश यादव, सिलेबस के बारे में यस्टरडे आई हैव डन अ सेशन, प्लीज डू वॉच दैट सेशन। ठीक है, सो कोई डाउट्स नहीं, इधर तक सब बढ़िया, अच्छे से चल रहा है? ओके, विद अ स्माइल चल रहा है ना? यस सर, क्रिस्टल क्लियर है सर। ठीक है, अगला क्वेश्चन, दिस इज अ ब्यूटिफुल क्वेश्चन, सच बता रहा हूँ, इट्स अ क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम 1D, दोस हु वांट सम रेफरेंस फॉर डूइंग, आई विल टेल यू। ये 1 डायमेंशन मोशन का प्रॉब्लम है, ठीक है? सो करके दिखा, यू ऑल विल एंजॉय इट, सच बता रहा हूँ मैं, मज़ा आ जाएगा। वो फिजिक्स वाला मज़ा है ना, व्हेन यू डू अ प्रॉब्लम, थोड़ा मज़ा आता है, हाँ ऐसे करने में ऐसे, वाह वाह सर थियरी आ गया, वो वाला मज़ा आ जाएगा ये क्वेश्चन करने पे। आयुष बोल रहा है कि ए बोल रहा है, जिया बोल रहा है कि ए। देयर इज एक्चुअली अ क्वेश्चन नीलम एज फॉर एब्सोल्यूट परमिटिविटी, एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम वी विल डू इट। लगता है कि यू नो व्हाट आर द क्वेश्चन दैट इज गोना कम फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर सेशन। Everyone is giving the option as A. The correct option is B, मेरा बच्चा लोग। हाँ हाँ, 2 people have given me the answer, very good, मुकेश। Okay, दोनों मुकेश ही है, so I thought it was 2 different people who gave me the correct answer। हाँ, निकी भी दे दिया अभी, very good, निकी and मुकेश, हमारा correct option B है। Okay, देख ले everyone, देख ले बच्चा लोग, it's a very good question, I'll tell you। Shall we? हाँ, at a metro station a girl walks up a stationary escalator, मतलब ये कि the escalator is not moving, this is the first case, ये हमारा escalator लिखता है, okay, it's not moving, so this particular girl is moving up, okay, so this is not moving, let's say she is moving with some velocity v1, okay, so she is moving with some velocity v1 and it's take a time of t1 for it. Now how much distance she covers? She will be covering a distance of s, let's say, okay. These are the things you can mark it down. Can we make an equation out of it? अरे बिल्कुल, we know that velocity v1 is equal to, right, velocity is the speed with which the person goes is equal to distance divided by time. This is our first one, okay, हमारा पहला फॉर्मूला। फिर क्या हो रहा है? If she remains stationary on the escalator, the escalator take her up in time 2, मतलब second case देख ले, second case ऐसा है कि she is just standing, okay, she is not moving, it is the escalator which is moving. Let's say the escalator is having a velocity of v2 and she is taking a time of t2 to reach on the top. Same, the distance it covers is s here itself. In this case also distance it covers is s, है ना? So is there an equation which connects these three? बिल्कुल, v2 is equal to distance divided by time is given as t2. First, second, third case. The time taken by her to walk up to a moving escalator, she is walking and the escalator is moving. In that case, what is the time taken? Let us first analyze the situation. This is our escalator, okay, so she is walking. What is the velocity with which she walks? v1. At the same time, the escalator is also moving. Escalator ka velocity kitna? What we have defined, v2. Let's say it takes a time of t. Distance she covers is the same for reaching on the top, s. Tell me, what is the net velocity with which the person moves up? She has her own velocity upward. The escalator is also moving with velocity v2 in the same direction. The net velocity v will be, very good, we will add up both the velocities v1 plus v2, है ना? So ठीक है. Now how will we express this time as? The time is equal to the distance, which is s, divided by net velocity. Time is equal to distance by velocity, वो होता है v1 plus v2. Again s divided by v1 कितना होता है बच्चा लोग देख ले, we already have written s by t1, है ना? So v2 कितना होता है s by t2, है ना? So कॉमन क्या है इधर s, so लेकर कैंसिल कर ले पूरा s कैंसिल कर ले. what do you have? 1 divided by 1 by t1 plus 1 by t2. so t1 plus t2, t1 t2 will go up. so ये हो जाएगा t1 t2 divided by t1 plus t2. उत्तर कहाँ है? ऑप्शन बी है. हाँ, अब समझ में आ गया क्या बच्चा लोग? Why it is not option A and the correct answer is option B हमारा? आ गया? Yes? Okay. Okay. So Ayush, are you telling to say that you got the wrong answer? कोई बात नहीं. Okay, it happens, है ना? So I hope you got the concepts, right? Is the concept clear? The method by which we have done the problem, is it clear? If it's good, then awesome. Okay. Yes? Good. So you are incorrect. अरे क्या बोल रहा है? Option B है. Okay. I can write it anywhere. Okay, and give it to you. So wherever you are looking, whatever your reference is, make sure that there is no mistake in that. हमारा correct option B होता है. Okay, no change. Okay, so shall we move on? Shall we move? अरे आयुष, v1 minus v2 is relative velocity. We are not doing relative velocity concept here, right? We are adding up the velocity. Just think that, okay, you are having a velocity of v1. Someone is pushing you with another velocity v2. So what will your total velocity be? It's v1 plus v2. Okay. So make sure that before you make any argument, okay, you are correct with the concept. Okay. Yes. So yes, moving on, मेरा बच्चा लोग. Next. This is a question, Ayush, where you can apply the concept you were telling. This is a question, है ना, where we have to apply the concepts of relative velocity. इधर वो करना है आयुष. हाँ, इधर तो relative velocity है. इधर whatever is a concept you are telling, apply कर ले. मतलब वो subtraction है ना, वो कर ले, you'll get the answer here. There, it's not relative velocity. Okay, so waiting for your answers. जल्दी. जशल्दी बोल रहा है कि 7.2 आंसर है. जशनदीप 7.2 बोल रहा है. Then others, Jia also gave me the same option C. निकी बोल रहा है कि ऑप्शन C है करेक्ट. फिर others, बसंत 7.2. yes. बच्चा लोग हमारा करेक्ट आंसर ऑप्शन सी है. शाल वी देख ले एवरीवन हाउ टू डील विद दिस. लेट मी टेल यू, दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम रिलेटिव वेलोसिटी. ओके, रिलेटिव वेलोसिटी का कॉन्सेप्ट वी हैव टू यूज फॉर डूइंग दिस प्रॉब्लम. देख ले, एन एलिवेटर इज डिसेंडिंग, मतलब कमिंग डाउन विद सम एक्सेलरेशन. ओके, अ पर्सन इन द एलिवेटर ड्रॉप्स अ मार्बल. एट द मोमेंट द एलिवेटर स्टार्ट्स टू मेजर एन एक्सेलरेशन. The marble is 2 meters above the floor when it is being dropped. It takes 1.2 seconds to reach the floor of the elevator. What is the acceleration of the floor? Okay. Now, let me tell you, thoda to complication hai na once I completed reading the question. So, first I'll explain the question kaise. So, initially, before the entire thing started to accelerate, everything was moving together. Matlab, a marble was there. What is its height? The marble was at a height of 1.2 meter, right? This marble, this elevator, everything was, let's say, moving down with some initial acceleration u. Okay, I have given some random value of u, right? Okay. At some particular point of time, what is happening? You are going to drop the marble. Once the marble is being dropped, tell me what is the acceleration with which it will be coming down? The acceleration with which the marble will be coming down is acceleration due to gravity. And at the same time you drop the marble, this lift, it is made to come down with some acceleration a. What is a? A is the acceleration with which the lift is coming down. It is given that this particular marble is coming down and hitting on the surface after a time of 1.2 seconds. Time is 1.2 seconds. Small mistake which I have made while writing down. Ye height is not 1.2 meter, or 2 meter. Okay, yes. So, how to find out the value of this acceleration? First tell me, how many bodies are moving here? एक body move कर रहा है या दो body move कर रहा है? It's two bodies, है ना? Marble is also moving. Then we are having the elevator also moving. When we have two bodies moving, what will you do? We will convert into a one body motion by using the concept of relative velocity. How will we use the concept of relative velocity? By making one body as observer, है ना? We'll make one of the body as observer. With respect to that observer, we will be finding out velocities and acceleration. Then we will be solving the problems, right? Okay. Then you can make any of the body as observer, either marble or hamara lift. I'm going to consider hamara lift as the observer. Okay. Now, once you consider lift as the observer, you have to write initial velocity, acceleration, displacement, everything with respect to the lift. Starting with initial velocity of the marble with respect to the lift. Formula is what? Velocity of marble minus velocity of lift. As you can see, both are having u value. So, u minus u kitna hota hai? 0 hota hai. First part is done. Then, acceleration of the marble with respect to the lift. Let us consider downward direction as a positive because everything is happening in the downward direction. So, it's better to consider downward direction as positive. Okay. So, what is the acceleration of the marble with respect to lift? Acceleration of marble minus acceleration of lift. What is acceleration of marble? G. Minus what is the acceleration of the lift? In the same direction you have A. So, acceleration of marble with respect to lift is G minus A. Tell me, how much distance the marble has to travel with respect to the lift? Matlab, if you stand on the lift and look at the marble, how much distance it has to cover? 2. है ना? It is given that the height is 2. ठीक है. कितना time बाकी है? How much time we have? 1.2. Array, it's very simple. You have u, acceleration, s and t. Do we have an equation to connect all these three? Bilkul. Which formula? S is equal to ut plus half a t square. S का value 2. U is 0, so ut part 0 हो जाएगा half. The net acceleration is g minus a. And time कितना दे दिया बच्चा लोग? How much is the time? 1.2. ये हो जाएगा 1.2 the whole square. Isn't it? Yes. So, how much हो जाएगा? G minus A will be equal to 2 2s are 4 divided by 1.2 square कितना हो जाएगा? Or you can write it as 1.2 into 1.2. 1 2 will cancel as 0.6. This will be 0.6. So, this will be 0.6 into 0.6. Right? This will be equal to G minus A. Okay. So, acceleration कितना हो जाएगा? G is equal to 10 minus 1 divided by 0.6. 1 divided by 0.6 कितना होता है? That is 10 by 6, 1.6 होता है ना? So, this will be 1.6 into 1.6. So, almost the answer can be 7.2. Okay, है ना? 7.2 मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर हो सकता है. तो समझ में आ गया सबको हाउ टू डील विद दिस पर्टिकुलर प्रॉब्लम? सबको समझ में आ गया? whenever two bodies are moving, okay, ये note कर ले बच्चा लोग, ये everyone note this down, whenever two body moves है ना, the concept that you have to use is relative velocity concept. Okay, C4 copy cat ऐसा वाला कौन देता है? करेक्ट मिल गया आयुष, बिल्कुल बढ़िया. नाउ आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड द मिस्टेक, है ना, मतलब वेयर यू आर टेलिंग दैट पर्टिकुलर कॉन्सेप्ट वेयर टू गेट एडेड अप द वेलोसिटीज एंड वेयर टू गेट सब्ट्रैक्टेड. ठीक है, अब समझ में आ गया ना आयुष? यू आर मेकिंग सो मच ऑफ आर्ग्यूमेंट लेटर, राइट? ओके, मेंटी नहीं है. वील बी सॉल्विंग दिस पर्टिकुलर मॉडल क्वेश्चन पेपर बिकॉज यू शुड बी नोइंग हाउ द क्वेश्चन पेपर इज लुकिंग लाइक, है ना? Noted? Yes? Okay, okay. So we are going to proceed further. ठीक है बच्चा लोग? Okay. So अगला क्वेश्चन कर ले. Everyone, next. आ गया तो आ गया, समझ तो आ गया, है ना? बिल्कुल बढ़िया, बिल्कुल बढ़िया. So जल्दी कर ले. अगला क्वेश्चन we have right in front of our screen. I think it's a very simple question. A particle of mass 4 kilogram is acted upon by a steady force of 4 Newton. Distance traveled by the particle in 4 seconds. Anybody can do it, है ना? It's option D बोल रहा है आयुष, जशनदीप बोल रहा है कि 8, पूर्णा बोल रहा है कि 8. So I think yes, वो तो सही आंसर है. हमारा करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन डी. शाल वी डू? यस. नाउ डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल बाय द पार्टिकल का फॉर्मूला एस इज इक्वल टू ut प्लस हाफ at स्क्वायर. सबको पता है, इजंट इट? राइट. इट स्टार्ट्स मूविंग, सो यू हैज टू बी कंसिडर्ड एज 0 हियर, राइट? इट स्टार्ट्स मूविंग, सो यू हैज टू बी कंसिडर्ड एज 0. सो ut 0 हो जाएगा हाफ. हाउ विल यू फाइंड एक्सेलरेशन? अरे फोर्स वी हैव, mass we have, acceleration is force by mass, force is 4, mass is 4 into t कितना 4, so 4 square, 4 by 4 cancel, 4 4s are 16 by 2 8. Option D. Now I am not going to ask you बच्चा लोग, do you have any doubts? इसमें क्या डाउट हो सकता है ना? No question can be more direct than this particular question. कोई फाइट चल रहा है क्या आर्ची? पता नहीं मुझे. कोई चल रहा है कि कौन फाइट कर रहे हैं मेरा बच्चा लोग? अरे मेरा बच्चा लोग इतना प्यारा है, फाइट कैसे कर सकता है? बिल्कुल भी नहीं. हाँ हाँ आयुष, वेरी गुड वेरी गुड. जी हाँ, यस. कोई नहीं कर रहा है ना? हाँ, यश बोल रहा है कि यश इतना अच्छा बच्चा है, सो मुझे दे दिया कि नो सर, नो डाउट, वी फाइंड एक्सेलरेशन, पक्का नो डाउट्स, है ना? सो ठीक है. नेक्स्ट शाल वी? नेक्स्ट हमारा नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. ओके, सो जल्दी फटाफट कर ले. सर पता नहीं सर, यहाँ क्या चल रहा है? पढ़ने चल रहा है ना? अरे ऐसे थोड़ा थोड़ा फाइट होता है, कोई बात नहीं, हमारा बच्चा लोग है ना. सो बट मेक श्योर दैट यू लिसन हियर. ओके, ये क्वेश्चन कर ले बच्चा लोग. फोर्स इज x प्लस एक्स क्यूब, मतलब इज फोर्स ए वेरिएबल क्वांटिटी और कांस्टेंट क्वांटिटी? पहले आप कर ले, फर्स्ट यू गिव मी द आंसर, फिर उसके बाद आई विल एक्सप्लेन. ओके, सो क्वीन जिया बोल रहा है कि ऑप्शन बी, मुकेश बोल रहा है कि बी. ओके, फिर आयुष सी, देविका सी बोल रहा है, फिर निकी बी बोल रहा है, मुकेश बोल रहा है बी. ओके, सो आई एम हैविंग एन ऑप्शन ऑफ बी एंड सी मिक्स्ड. जशन बोल रहा है कि 10 बोल रहा है. सो आयुष सी, अभिमन्यु सी, जशनदीप सी. ओके, सो यू ऑल डोंट यू ऑल वांट टू नो द करेक्ट ऑप्शन, बी या सी? It's option C. Okay, which is 6 joules. It's very simple to do. Question क्या है? The work done by an applied variable force. It is already given in the question itself that force is variable. ये बोल दे बच्चा लोग, force variable है तो work का formula कितना? It is integral of f dx, isn't it? Okay, so you just need to integrate. What is the value for force given? X plus x cube. So integral of f कितना? X plus x cube. ठीक है? dx. From x is equal to 0 to x is equal to 2. Now you have to give the initial point as the lower limit of integration and the final point as the upper limit of integration. This is how you do the work done when the given force is a variable. अब क्या बाकी है? कुछ नहीं बाकी है, आपको सिर्फ इंटीग्रेट ही करना है, वही बाकी है. कर ले. x dx का इंटीग्रल कितना होता है बच्चा लोग? x स्क्वायर बाई 2 है ना. ठीक है. x क्यूब dx का इंटीग्रल कितना? It is x raised to 4 divided by 4. Make sure that we have to apply the lower limit and the upper limit. I think everybody knows है ना integration. जिसको नहीं पता integration, बच्चा लोग 1-2 questions will be coming where you'll have to apply the concepts of integration. पढ़ ले, it's very important. मैं बोल रहा हूँ. Okay. Now apply the upper limit for x first. First x take 2. So 2 square divided by 2 plus then x take 2. So that is 2 raised to 4 divided by 4. If lower limit is given for x मतलब 0, दोनों 0 हो जाएगा, cancel हो जाएगा, है ना. So 2 square by 2, 2 होता है. Then 2 raised to 4 by 4, 2 square होता है. So 2 square that is 4 plus 2, 6 with the unit of joule. मिल गया हमको ऑप्शन सी ऐसा वाला आंसर. क्लियर? बच्चा लोग क्लियर है क्या? ओके. ओके. जल्दी 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 जल्दी. Let me know, is everything clear? We already have completed 11 questions. So I hope everything is clear, right? Jashan, आंसर करेक्ट था, बिल्कुल बढ़िया. टेल मी कौन कौन बच्चा लोग उधर से कर रहे हैं एक्चुअली, मतलब हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू आर राइटिंग डाउन ऑल द क्वेश्चंस, ऑल द फॉर्मूलाज एंड ऑल द सॉल्यूशंस व्हाट वी आर डूइंग. कौन कौन कर रहा है? हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू आर डूइंग? रेनू, यश, पूर्णा, क्लियर है? क्लियर. ओके, सो दिस वाज 11th क्वेश्चन. ओके, वेरी गुड वेरी गुड. आयुष, सपना, ओके, आई थिंक मेनी ऑफ यू आर डूइंग राइट. भले भले, हैप्पी हैप्पी. एल्लाम नोट चाहिए मी. ओके, वेरी गुड. बहुत सारा क्वेश्चंस है, मतलब ऑब्वियसली यू विल बी हैविंग 55 क्वेश्चंस इन अ सैम्पल पेपर, राइट. So I'll be trying to do as many questions as possible within 2.5 hours, right? मतलब we'll have the class till 9:30. Till 9:30 कितना questions कर सकता है उतना question हम करेगा. What do you all say? हाँ, ठीक है ना? Whatever is the remaining questions I'll be updating in the groups so that you can refer to that questions. Okay, next. Okay, next question में चलो जल्दी कर ले. सर मल्लू, हाँ बिल्कुल मैं केरला से. आदित्य, नेक्स्ट. द सेंटर ऑफ मास of particles does not depend upon. Write down the formula for center of mass and how to find out center of mass and look into it and देख ले which does not depend upon the center of mass. It's very simple. Answers? It's very simple. जशनदीप बोल रहा है कि ए बोल रहा है. अरे देखकर बोल दे जशनदीप. अभिमन्यु बोल रहा है सी बोल रहा है. देवी इज लाइक सी, देविका सी, सपना सी. सी ऑप्शन इज करेक्ट. बिल्कुल बिल्कुल देवी, वेरी गुड. यस. देन क्रिएटर्स ए दत्ता, जिया, निकी बी नहीं है, सी है. ओके, सो हमारा करेक्ट ऑप्शन है ऑप्शन सी. शाल वी? ओके, देख ले. आई जस्ट एक्सप्लेन यू. सो लेट्स से वी हैव मास m1, its position vector is r1. We have another mass m2, its position vector is r2. How will you find the center of mass? RCM is equal to m1 r1 plus m2 r2 the whole divided by m1 plus m2. मतलब masses of the particles will determine the center of mass, right? Okay, then position of the particle, right? Once you keep the position m1 and m2 in different positions, r1 and r2 values will change obviously the position of the particles will also change the value of r. ठीक है. Relative distance between the particles, obviously देख ले, you are keeping m1 here and m2 here. In the second case, you are keeping m1 at the same position. Let's say you are keeping m2 here. The distance between them have changed. Obviously there will be a change in the value of r2, which will be making a final change in r. So obviously the center of mass will change. So all the options A, B and D depends upon center of mass. Question ये कि which does not depend upon force. So हमारा answer है कि okay, option C, right? The forces acting on the particle does not depend upon in the calculation of center of mass. Okay, yes, very good. हाँ, प्रियंका बोल रहा है कि in between. Priya is like sir C ही होगा. Yes, Ayush, C. Very good. Shall we proceed बच्चा लोग? डाउट क्या है पंकज? यू कैन पोस्ट इट, राइट? जल्दी पोस्ट कर ले आपका डाउट क्या है. इट हैज टू बी रिलेटेड टू द क्वेश्चंस, ठीक है? डोंट आस्क मी डाउट फ्रॉम हियर एंड देयर. सर हाउ आई डू चैप्टर 7 एंड 8? यू कैन टेक्स्ट मी पर्सनली इन टेलीग्राम, आई विल टेल यू ऑल दोस स्टफ्स, है ना? अब तो हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं ना क्वेश्चंस. ऑल दोस थिंग्स विल बी डिस्कसिंग लेटर. तो नेक्स्ट, okay, you are having trouble with the chapter 7 and 8. Chapter 7 is ultimate वाला थोड़ा, right? थोड़ा it's a bit difficult chapter, मुझे भी पता है. 8 is like not that difficult. If you spend some time ऐसे पढ़ सकते हैं आयुष. 7 chapter पे, okay, text me in Telegram, I'll tell you, okay, what's the actual method of learning. Right now, let's concentrate on this particular paper. Okay, so I think this is a bit bigger one. Okay, this is a bit bigger one. So class 12 का schedule, I did a session yesterday. आप नहीं आया क्या? Nia? We have a class at 10 PM today, which means we will be solving the sample paper, right? Okay, waiting for the answer. सर ये चैप्टर 7 and 8 से, हाँ बिल्कुल. हाँ, दिस इज फ्रॉम द चैप्टर ऑफ ग्रेविटेशन, है ना? फोर्स एंड ग्रेविटेशनल पोटेंशियल का. ओके, जल्दी कर ले. जशनदीप ऑलरेडी गेव मी द आंसर, ही सेज इट्स ऑप्शन बी बोल रहा है. फिर अदर्स, जिया ऑप्शन बी बोल रहा है. Okay, so I can see option B, Jashandeep, Jia, Sapna, cricketer, right? Okay, so yes, I can see so many option B's. हमारा correct answer option C है. Okay, so I think I need to go a bit more elaborate explanation because many of you are making the mistakes, है ना? So let's see. Okay, what is the reason for everyone to make the mistake? Everyone देख ले बच्चा लोग. Okay, keep down your pen and listen to me. Two heavy spheres, each of mass 100 kg and radius 0.1 meter, are placed 1 meter apart. So we have the first sphere here, right? And the second sphere here, both are 100 kilograms, bacha log. It's at a distance of 1 meter and it's on a horizontal table. What is the gravitational force? First, let us find out at the midpoint. Matlab, if you take a point exactly at the middle and let's say I keep some random mass here. Okay, I keep some random mass here. Okay, question ye ki if you keep some random mass there, what is going to be the gravitational force? Tell me. On this mass which you keep, a random mass which you keep exactly at the center, the 100 kilogram mass will be giving an attractive force. What will be the value? G, mass of this 100 into mass of the body divided by square of the distance. If total is 1, ye hota hai half. So half square, right? I hope you all can see, though I have written very small. Then ये 100 gram will also be attracting this mass towards 100 gram. Right? So what is the value? G, 100 mass of the body by square of the distance between them. Can you see any relationship between their magnitudes? Aren't they equal? Yes, they are equal. And what about the directions? Opposite. What happens? Cancel ho jayega, which makes the net force at the middle point as 0. Okay? Yes. Now, first part is done. Now, second part पूछ रहा है कि what is the potential at the midpoint? Let's draw the figure again. Okay, 100. This is the middle point where the distance is 1 by 2. Mass is 100. Mass is 100. Tell me, what is potential, scalar quantity or vector quantity? Scalar quantity. Matlab, no direction. You just need to add the two numbers. First, we will find the potential produced by a 100 kilogram. है ना? Formula कितना बचा लोग? That is equal to G mass divided by the distance, that is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 ऊपर हो जाएगा. This is 2 gm. What about the potential produced by this 100 kilogram body exactly at the center? Formula is G, same mass divided by same distance, that is 1 by 2. ये 2 ऊपर हो जाएगा, 2 gm. Should we be looking into the directions? No, because we already have told that potential is a scalar quantity. So looking into the side, we just need to add both the potential to find the total. है ना? So V total कितना हो जाएगा? V1 plus V2. So that is 2 gm plus 2 gm. है ना? So V total is equal to 2 gm plus 2 gm कितना हो जाएगा? 4 gm. So 4 into G is 6.67 into 10 power minus 11 into mass of the body is given as 100, right? Okay. So 6 4s are 24. So this is 6.67. So it will be a bit greater than 24. Let's almost write it as 27, right? 6 4s are, right? Okay. Into 10 power 11 into 100 will be into 10 power minus 9, right? So the final answer is written in, okay. So 27 into 10 power 9 minus 9 can be written as 2.7 into 10 power minus 8. Okay, yes. So this, so the potential ka value bhi humko mil gaya. Is it clear? Yes. Now there comes the very last part. I think many of you will be having trouble here. किस बच्चा लोगों को ये इस क्वेश्चन पे ट्रबल है, मतलब how to find the equilibrium which is given as stable or unstable? How many of you have trouble? Okay, ये क्या होता है sir? How will we find out whether the given equilibrium position is stable or unstable? Many of you have the doubt है ना? No trouble, पूरा सब पता है. Okay, आयुष बोल रहा है कि sir मुझे है, so please clear that. Okay, so I think many of you do have, right? So ठीक है, देख ले. Let's see how we are going to solve that issue. देख ले, everyone. Okay. We know that if we take a center point, the force का value 0 है. We already have discussed this, which makes the center point as equilibrium point, है ना? Because wherever the force is equal to 0, that point we consider as equilibrium point. ठीक है. What makes it as a net force as 0? Because ये 100 kilogram is producing an F1 here. The same F1 is produced by this 100 kilogram towards it. So ये दोनों force cancel कर रहा है, इसीलिए net force is 0 exactly at the center point, है ना? Now, how can we understand whether the given equilibrium is in stable or unstable? देख ले, सुन ले, listen to the concept. Stable equilibriums are those equilibrium positions, ठीक है? If we disturb the body from its equilibrium position, it should be coming back. Okay? If I am keeping a mass here and if I am giving a push, okay, मैं push कर रहा हूँ उस mass को, okay, obviously it will be disturbed from that position. If I push this mass, obviously it will be going back to this particular position. Let's say, if it is going to come back to the same equilibrium position once you remove that external force, ऐसे बोलता है कि वो stable equilibrium है. समझ में आ गया? When will we call that it is stable? It will come back. If it will come back to initial position, okay, if it come back to the initial position, then we call that kind of equilibrium as stable equilibrium position. ये लिख ले बच्चा लोग. This is very important. बहुत important है. Okay? Yes. Now let's see whether this is a stable equilibrium or not. Okay. I am going to push this mass towards left. Okay. Now When I push this mass towards left, you can see that from the 100 kilogram which is existing on the right hand side, what happened? The distance between them has increased, right? Force ka formula kitna hai? Gmm divided by r square. Now, if the distance between two masses increases, what happens? Force decreases. Matlab, the force on this chotu m, because of the 100 kilogram on the right, decrease ho jayega. Chota force ho jayega. And what about the mass provided by the 100 kilogram on the left? अरे ये छोटा mass and this 100 kilogram, the distance has decreased now, है ना? Once the distance is decreased, what will happen to the force? Force will increase. मतलब the force that is acting towards the 100 kilogram on the left will be a larger force. Now compare कर ले. If you try to find out the net force, this is bigger force and this is smaller force. In which direction we can have the net force? We can have the net force towards left direction. मतलब ये कि the mass which is disturbed from its equilibrium position will be experiencing a force towards left and it will be continuing its motion towards left. So motion towards left it will be going. So is it coming back to its equilibrium position बच्चा लोग? बोल दे. Is it coming back to its equilibrium position? बोल दे जल्दी फटाफट बोल. Is it coming back to its equilibrium position? कर रहा है क्या या नहीं कर रहा है? Is it coming back? It's not coming back. देख ले. The net force on this mass is towards left. So ये mass है ना, it will be moving towards left. है ना? It is moving towards left. It will be continuing its motion towards left. When we say that the particle is going to come back to its stable position, it should be coming back to the position which is on the right hand side, है ना? Which means exactly at the center. It is not coming back to that position. If it is not coming back, what do you call the equilibrium position as? What do you call that equilibrium position as? Jaldi bata de. What do you call that equilibrium position as? If it comes back, it is stable. If it is not coming back, uska naam hai unstable equilibrium. Okay, very good. समझ में आ गया? सबको समझ में आ गया? With a smiling face, जल्दी बताओ. हाँ सर, बिल्कुल समझ में आ गया. This was a very good question. Very good, Ayush. Unstable, Devika, unstable. Okay. Very good, very good, very good. क्यों sorry विनय, क्या हो गया? What happened? अरे ऐसे बड़े बड़े देशों में छोटी छोटी बातें होती रहती है ना. सॉरी का क्या ज़रूरत है? ओके, मिलजुल कर पड़ेगा, हम हंस के पड़ेगा with a smile on our faces. Yes Jia, yes Jashanti, Shrita. Okay, I can see smiles on everyone's face. बिल्कुल बढ़िया. So shall we move to the next? How many of you are ready for the next question? वो बता. How many of you are ready for the next question? Everyone? Are you all ready? जल्दी बता, जल्दी बता. We have to move to the next. Okay, simple question, direct question. कौन पूछेगा ये? हाँ हाँ आ गया श्रेया कुमारी. श्रेया कुमारी, हमारा अगला क्वेश्चन आ गया. Okay, Jia, Mehak, Harsh, Mom's Queen, Ayush. So everyone is like, sir, go for the next. Next question इधर ही है, हमारा पास में है. Okay, so कर ले. सर आपका स्माइल वेरी क्यूट है. अरे 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 अरे, आप मुझे ब्लश करा दिया. You made me blush. B option is correct. Strong nuclear force. Okay. So actually, this is a topic, I have no idea why it has came in the sample paper for 11th standard. Strong nuclear force, we actually talk in 12th standard in the chapter of nucleus. Anyway, it came here. I think a small mentioning of strong nuclear force is given in our chapter of physical world. Okay, I think that's the reason why they have asked you why this strong nuclear force is. I'll tell you. Can you see inside of the nucleus? Inside the nucleus, what do we have? So much of protons and along with neutrons, है ना? What is there between protons? Protons are having positive charges, right? So this positive charges will give itself a electrostatic force of repulsion, है ना? Those two positive charges, it will be having a tendency to repel each other. But it is this particular force, this strong nuclear force, which is even stronger than the electrostatic force of repulsion, is holding all the protons and the neutrons inside the nucleus. Okay, so this strong nuclear force is a responsible factor for holding all the protons and neutrons inside the nucleus and combining it to form into a very chotu space. So हमारा ऑप्शन क्या होता है बच्चा लोग? Okay, is responsible for holding the entire nucleus of an atom together. समझ में आ गया? समझ में आ गया सबको? So I hope you all understood why the option A is our answer. A is our answer. समझ में आ गया सबको? With a smile. Okay? Yes. Next question ऐसे कर सकते हैं. अरे बाप रे. Next question is actually from our chapter of units and dimension. Next question is from units and dimension. So, जल्दी कर ले बच्चा लोग. Everyone. We have option A, none of this. Option B, 20%, 18%, 7%. श्रद्धा बोल रहा है कि ऑप्शन ए नन ऑफ दिस बोल रहा है. बाप रे. जशनदी बोल रहा है कि 20%. Others, I have two answers right now. Shraddha with A itself, Khushi with B. Yes sir, I'm correct. Nikki बोल रहा है कि आप correct हैं. ठीक है, देखेगा. Let's not take the final call right now, isn't it? Jia बोल रहा है B, Abhimanyu D, Mom's Queen B, Sagar C, Jia A, Harsh B. Okay, shall we see? Okay, right now I'm not going to reveal the answer. Let's reveal the answer together. Let's find out. Okay, देख ले. Let's see who has given the correct answer. Everyone, let's keep this as a suspense. The specific resistivity of a circular coil of radius r, resistance r and length L is given as rho is equal to pi small r square capital R, which is resistance, divided by length. So the value of radius, resistance and length is given. Percentage error in a resistivity. You all know the formula, na? So how will we do it when numbers are getting multiplied? Okay, how will we introduce the concept of errors? Rho, delta rho by rho into 100 is equal to pi. It's a constant, it doesn't have any error. That is equal to error in R. How will you write? Delta R by R into 100. You know that whenever there is a power, you have to multiply it as a coefficient, right? While making the error calculation. Plus R resistance, the error in resistance, delta R by R into 100 plus L, though it is division, सबको पता है, is there is a subtraction in our error calculation? बिल्कुल नहीं. Errors are always added, है ना? So here it is delta L divided by L into 100. Okay, now start substituting 2 times. Delta R मतलब error in the calculation of R. वो कितना? 0.02 divided by actual value of R 0.24 into 100 plus, okay. फिर delta R by R, error in R is 1, actual value of R is 30 into 100 plus delta L divided by L into 100. Delta L कितना? That is 0.01 divided by 4.8 into 100. Okay, so yes, I think we can continue on the top, right? So 2 times 0.02 divided by 0.24 है ना, so that can be written as 2 by 24, that is 1 by 12, that will be equal to 1 by 6 finally. So 1 by 6 into 100, 1 by 30 into 100 plus the whole divided by 1 divided by 480 into 100. Right? Okay. So you can actually convert this as a 30 denominator by multiplying it with 5. So this is 5 plus 1, 6 divided by 30 into 100 plus 1 divided by 480 into 100. So what you can do is 1 0 cancel कर ले, 1 0 cancel कर ले, 1 0 cancel कर ले, 1 0 cancel कर ले. So ये कितना हो जाएगा? 6 by 3 is 2 है ना? 6 by 3 is 2. So 2 into 10 is 20 plus 10 divided by 48. So obviously the answer has to be 20 plus 10 divided by 48, a value greater than 20, obviously, isn't it? So do we have any answer with that? No. So we should be going with the option A as the answer. Or I think we can make the approximation. What do you say? What do you say? Instead of going with none of this, 10 by 48 is a very small value, isn't it? 10 by 48 is a very small value. So 20 plus 10 by 48, we can actually make the approximation and go with the option B as our answer. So we can go with the option B itself as the answer. So we should have actually gotten as 10 by 48 is almost 0.2, almost 0.2, and actually lesser than 0.2. So 20 plus a 0.2, so we can almost consider as 20%. तो बस चलो समझ में आ गया, हमारा ऑप्शन बी मिल गया. यस, करेक्ट था आयुष. गुड 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 गुड, बिल्कुल बढ़िया. फिर हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव गिवन द आंसर, करेक्ट आंसर कौन कौन दे दिया? हु ऑल हैव गिवन द ऑप्शन बी? मुझे बच्चा लोग टेल मी, लेट मी नो हु ऑल आर दोज ब्रिलियंट स्टूडेंट्स हु आर सो गुड इन कैलकुलेशन ऑल्सो. Jashandeep, I do remember Jashandeep. You have actually written it as 20% and gave the answer, I suppose, right? That's why I do remember that you gave the option 20. Priya Sahita, okay. Mom's Queen also have given. Parveez has given. फिर B है हमारा correct answer. गलती दे, very good. Okay, very good that, very good for your honesty, Jia. Okay, I really appreciate. Okay, कोई बात नहीं. I hope you understood ना जिया how to deal with the problem and where you have made the mistake. वही सही है. That itself is the best thing. Okay, we have to go with the option B. Right? Okay. So shall we proceed? हाँ, proceed कर सकता है ना? Yes. अगला question. छोटू question है हमारा. Tech and game 1 hour 5 minutes left. है ना? How many questions? This is 16 questions I think. 16 question लगता है हमारा. Thanu is like, sir, is the answer B? कर ले, करके बता मुझे. करके बता. Let me know the answer. You only tell me. Now you can give the answer. Jashandeep minus 15. Abhimanyu C. Mega C. Gia C, Mom's Queen C, everyone is C, है ना? Gia, Shraddha, Shreya, हाँ, बिल्कुल बच्चा लोग, बिल्कुल. अरे बाप रे, मेरा बच्चा लोग रिलेटिव वेलोसिटी में बहुत शानदार हो गया. Okay, awesome you all became. देख ले, मैं तो केरला से रही सरफेस. Okay, देख ले. 2 parallel rate tracks run north to south. Okay. Train A moves towards north with a speed of 27 km per hour. So let us write in meter per second, है ना? So because the final answer has to be in meter per second. ठीक है. Now the velocity of A is equal to 27. How will you convert into meter per second? सबको पता है ना? 5 by 18. So 5 by 18. So 27 by 18 is actually how much? 3 by 2, isn't it? Okay, 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 into 5 is actually 7.5 meter per second. Now train A moves towards north. Let's consider the north direction as positive direction. So plus 7.5 meter per second as the velocity of A. Train B moves south with a velocity of 45 km per hour. Velocity of B कितना दे दिया है? That is 45. So 45 into 5 by 18. So this is 5 and this is 2. So 5 5s are 25 divided by 2, that is 12.5. And it is given that it is traveling in the opposite direction. How can we mention that in the question answer here? Minus. Okay. Velocity of B, we have to mark it as minus 12. I hope you understood. Q minus because it is traveling towards south. Okay. Question ये कि बच्चा लोग, what is the velocity of B with respect to A in meter per second? अरे इतना simple question कौन पूछ सकता है ना? Velocity of B with respect to A is equal to velocity of B, that is minus 12.5 minus velocity of A कितना? 7.5. So how much is this? How much is this? Okay. Did we make any mistake? कोई गड़बड़ किया है क्या? Okay, so minus 12.5 velocity of B with respect to A. So 12 दे दिया है, 13 दे दिया है, 13 plus 7 20 हो गया. हमारा उत्तर D हो गया बच्चा लोग. हमारा उत्तर D हो गया. Where you all have made the mistakes? Where you all have made the mistake बच्चा लोग? Okay, so I think we have made the correct calculations, right? देख ले, 27 into 5 by 18. So this is 3, this is 2, so 3 by 2, 5 by 2 is 2.5 into 3 is 7.5, बिल्कुल correct, right? Okay. Then 45 into 5 by 18, 45 into 5 by 18, so this is 2, this is 5, 5 5s are 25, divided by 2 कितना हो गया? 12.5, right? Question is what is the velocity of B with respect to A? That is VB minus VA, that is minus 12.5, that is VB minus VA कितना? 7.5, so how much it is? 20. मिल गया सबको उत्तर? हमारा ऑप्शन डी था, सी नहीं था. ओके, इज इट क्लियर एवरीवन? अरे बच्चा लोग कहाँ है आप लोग? वेरी गुड शिव प्रसाद, वेरी गुड, थैंक यू सो मच. आई एम सो हैप्पी टू हियर दैट. ओके बच्चा लोग, शिव प्रसाद, वन ऑफ माय स्टूडेंट इज टेलिंग ही गॉट अ वेरी गुड मार्क and he's so happy for that. So let us all congratulate Shiv Prasad in the class. Everyone, he's so happy, he got a very good mark. Okay, very good Shiv Prasad, congrats. I'm so happy for you. Clear hai na Jia? Yes, mom's queen. Okay, sir D, yes. Okay, so हमको मिल गया हमारा option D. Okay. So shall we proceed? So ये question कर ले बच्चा लोग. Okay, everyone is giving so much of congratulations to हमारा शिव प्रसाद बच्चा. Very good. I hope शिव प्रसाद you are super happy है ना? सबसे मिल रहा है आपको congratulation. और क्या चाहिए? प्रियंका is so much excited. इतना बड़ा yes दे रहा है. प्रियंका is like yes sure. इसका आंसर अरे simple, one of the simple answer. One of the simplest answer. A option is correct. और क्या? अरे one of the simplest है, देख ले. Magnitude of A plus B, if it has to be A, one of the value for B should be what? 0. The option A itself is given as that. कितना आंसर है? These are the questions where you should be spending है ना इतना छोटू टाइम. ओके, इतना स्मॉल टाइम रखकर आप मूव ऑन करना है. ओके, एक मिनट, मेरा पेन का है. ठीक है, मिल गया पेन. Okay, so is there anything to think about it? Okay, so if you put B value as 0 here, देख ले A plus 0 यही होता है. Okay, so correct option A है. So there is nothing much to discuss regarding that. It's a question from vectors, है ना? Okay, तो कोई गलती नहीं है आई सपोज. छोटू क्वेश्चन. हाँ, श्रद्धा को अब पता है मेरा हिंदी कैसा होना चाहिए, है ना. मेरा हिंदी ऐसा होना चाहिए छोटू छोटू. मतलब थोड़ा थोड़ा अलग होता है ना मेरा हिंदी, बिकॉज आई एम लर्निंग द लैंग्वेज, तो टाइम लगेगा. बट एनीवे, बच्चा लोग, you guys help me a lot because when I came to Unacademy, है ना, let's say 3-4 months before, right, मेरा हिंदी तो इतना था. Now you all have asked me to teach me in हिंदी ऐसे तो थोड़ा थोड़ा मैं बातें करके करके इतना हो गया मेरा. ओके, मुझे बहुत हैप्पी हो रहा है. आई एम सो हैप्पी फॉर दिस एंड थैंक यू एवरीवन बच्चा लोग फॉर हेल्पिंग मी डू दिस. ओके, सो इसका आंसर जल्दी फटाफट. सो यू टीचर्स मलयालम. अरे बाप रे, मुझे लैंग्वेज, आई हैव नो आइडिया हाउ टू टीच अ लैंग्वेज. मैं तो केरला से है टॉपर स्ट्रैटेजी. अरे बाप रे, कौन रखता है इसे वाला ना. सो शैल वी डू दिस. सर आपको बंगाली आता है? अरे बाप रे उसको मुझे मत पूछ ले. ओके, समहाउ ओके आई लर्न दिस हिंदी, स्टिल आई एम स्ट्रगलिंग टू लर्न. ओके, so मुझे मत पूछ रहे because in the starting of the class and I asked to all the bachalo, I don't know how many of you were there at that point of time. Okay, so should I be teaching in Hindi, English or mix? Okay, they were telling, sir, we don't need any of this, we need to listen from you from Punjabi, some were like telling Punjabi, some were telling Marathi, okay, some were telling Bengali. So मैं हाथ जुड़कर सबसे बोल रहा हूँ, I made this Hindi language and somehow made possible. हाँ. हाँ, Devika understood my emotion. She is like, somehow let sir learn Hindi first. So I can see the answers. GRD, Jashandeep also with 40. Right, Ayush D bol raha hai. D option 40. So everyone is like, sir option D de diya. Okay, shall we understand? देख लो चलो one by one. I'll tell you what's the answer. Okay, at the end of this, okay, which means after me explaining this, tell me who all got it correct. Okay, a body of mass 5 kilogram starts from the origin, starting मतलब u0 है, with an initial velocity, अरे initial velocity है. Okay, so there is an initial velocity given separately, that is 30I plus 40J. If a constant force of minus 6I minus 5J acts on the body, right, the time in which the y component of the velocity becomes 0. Question ये कि what is the time? Time for what purpose? So that the y component of the velocity becomes 0. Now, tell me which direction of motion we are interested in. Should we take considering the motion of the body throughout, मतलब x direction, y direction, z direction, पूरा का पूरा लेना है क्या? नहीं, because the question is only about y direction, so we need to only consider those components in the y direction. First, tell me what is the initial component of velocity in the y direction. So u is 30I. 30I is the initial velocity in x direction. 40J मतलब it is the initial velocity in the y direction. ठीक है. So initial velocity in the y direction कितना होता है? 40. Can you all see that? It's 40, right? Now force का value दे दिया है. Tell me 6I minus 6I मतलब that is the component of force in which direction? X. Minus 5J is the component of force in which direction? Y direction. What's the value? Minus 5. है ना? So can we find out the acceleration in y direction? बिल्कुल. That is force in y direction divided by mass. Force in y direction कितना? Minus 5 divided by mass कितना? 5. That is equal to minus 1 meter per second square. Right? Now you have everything so that you can make an equation out of it and find the answer. Which formula? V is equal to U plus AT. सबको पता है ना? So here we are only taking the components along y direction. मतलब we are considering the motion of the body in a straight line in y direction. Okay. Substitute. Vy 0, Uy 40. Acceleration minus 1 into t has to be found out. देख ले कितना सिंपल है. ऑप्शन डी ऐसे मिल गया, isn't it? ऑप्शन डी ऐसे मिल गया. Shraddha, I'll just give you a small hint on how this particular question is done. Question ये कि when is the y component of velocity becoming 0, right? मतलब According to the question, we only should be looking the motion of the body in the y direction. मतलब ये कि we should be only taking time, velocity, acceleration सब है ना in the y direction while you make the equation out of it. वही करना है और कुछ नहीं करना. Okay, Ayush, I do believe you. So I hope you got the answer, and I think you gave me the answer as 40 itself. 40 seconds दे दिया ना आयुष? बिल्कुल बढ़िया. पढ़ लिया था जशन, वेरी गुड. सागर, आई नीड वन फेवर फ्रॉम योर साइड. क्या है सागर, क्या फेवर चाहिए मुझे? ओके, सो श्रद्धा, यस मिल गया ना. अलकू, यस. सो आयुष, सो टेल मी हु ऑल गिव मी द करेक्ट आंसर फॉर दिस. एक्चुअली इट्स अ वेरी छोटू क्वेश्चन एनीवे. लेट मी आस्क है ना. मेंटी तो नहीं है श्रद्धा. ओके, यस. अरे ये रिपीट करने को कौन बोलेगा राहुल, इतना छोटू प्रॉब्लम है. थोड़ा सा स्ट्रीम बैक कर ले. ओके, जस्ट रिवाइंड एंड सुन ले, यू विल अंडरस्टैंड. आई से सॉरी, छोटू क्वेश्चन है. ओके, नेक्स्ट सिंपल क्वेश्चन हमको दे दिया. This is from the chapter of work power energy. So let me see how many of you are very good with this particular chapter. मेंटी नहीं, सेंटी मत हो जा श्रद्धा. मेंटी तो नहीं है बट सेंटी तो मत हो जा. अरे बाप रे, मैं तो ऐसा अच्छा वाला लाइन बना दिया ना. चलो, व्हाट डू यू से. एनीवे, जल्दी. A block of mass m is attached. Okay, I'll wait for you to answer. फिर मैं करेगा. Nikki साहब बोला कि सर repeat. So can you just rewind a bit back, stream back? Okay, मतलब you can just stream back है ना. So you just listen to same thing whatever I'm telling you again. आपको समझ में आ जाएगा निकी. अरे simple question है ये. सागर चाहिए क्या? अच्छा वाला चाहिए क्या मुझसे? हाँ. Okay, so Jia, cricketer. So everyone बोल रहा है कि ऑप्शन बी बोल रहा है. Okay, so प्रीति बोल रहा है कि ऑप्शन सी इज मे बी, शी इज ऑल्सो नॉट श्योर. श्रद्धा इज लाइक सी बोल रहा है. जशन क्रिकेटर बी बोल रहा है. अनिरुद्ध बी बोल रहा है. देविका सी बोल रहा है. ओके, सो हमारा करेक्ट आंसर, शुड आई रिवील इट नाउ और लेटर? लेटर, राइट? ओके, देखिए नाउ एवरीवन, see, everyone be with me. Okay, let's see whether it is option B or C, because I can see a mix of options from you all. Okay, a block of mass m is attached to the lower end of a vertical spring. The spring is hung from the ceiling and has a force constant of k. The mass is released from rest with the spring initially unstretched. The maximum extension produced in the length of the spring. Shall we dekh le? Okay, now initially we are having the spring in its equilibrium length. Okay, and we are having the mass here, it is stationary. Initial velocity of this body is stationary, and the extension of the spring is also 0. Matlab it has not extended, it is in its actual length. Once you leave the body, क्या हो जाएगा? Tell me, once you leave this body of mass m from this position, what happens? Array, once you leave this, there will be a gravitational force of mg that will be acting in the downward direction. That will be the only force. So initially the particle will start accelerating downward. I'll write first, it will start accelerating downwards. Okay, then क्या हो जाएगा? Now as the body starts moving downwards, tell me what happens. We'll draw the next figure. As the body, let's say it has made some stretching of x, let's say, obviously mg force will be there. As the spring has made an extension of x, will there be an extra force coming here? Yes, there will be an extra force. F is equal to k, x will be there, spring force will be coming in the upward direction, isn't it? And as the body keeps on moving downward, ये x value increase हो जाएगा and the upward spring force will keep on increasing. Okay, next point you can say spring force will keep on increasing. Okay, so what happens after some point of time? The spring force, okay, spring force will be greater than the gravitational force. So क्या हो जाएगा? Net force will be in the upside direction and net acceleration will be in the upside direction. If the net acceleration is in the upside direction, what will happen to the velocity of this particular spring? Velocity of the spring will decrease, 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 decrease. After making some extension, let's call it as x max, it will be reaching a final position of 0. This is what happens. This is the first figure, this is the second figure, and this is the third and final figure. Okay, समझ में आ गया? Everyone got it? First figure है, second figure है, third figure है. Now question ये कि what is the maximum extension? Anybody have an idea बच्चा लोग? Does anybody have an idea how to find out this maximum extension? Okay, shall I tell you बच्चा लोग? Shall I tell you that small thing you have to use here? It's very simple, right? Considering the point 1 and the point 3, apply the work energy theorem. Okay, what does it say? The total work done by all the forces is equal to change in kinetic energy, that is K2 minus K1. Now, right hand side of the equation is very simple, bachcha log. Dekh le. Right hand side, what is initial kinetic energy? At initial velocity is 0, initial kinetic energy 0. Tell me, what is the final kinetic energy? Finally also its velocity is becoming 0, so final velocity be 0 ho jayega. So change in kinetic energy 0. Then coming back, left hand side we have to fill for work done by all the forces. Tell me which all are the forces acting. First one, tell me how many forces are acting. One is gravitational force. The other one is the spring force, that is Kx. So as two forces are acting, obviously there will be work done from both the forces. So work done by total force will be the sum of work done by spring force, okay, plus work done by gravitational force. Ho gaya? Okay. Now tell me if from this particular position, from this initial position, you can see that this mass m with a gravitational force of mg is moving down a distance of x max. What is the value for work done by mg? Work done ka formula, force into displacement, right? What is the gravitational force? mg. In the direction of mg, what's the displacement it makes? X max. So work done by gravitational force ऐसे हमको मिल गया. Work done by gravitational force कितना मिल गया? mg into x max. Okay, is it clear? Now what is left? बाकी क्या है? Work done by spring force. Tell me what is the work done by spring force? How many of you know that work done by spring force conservative force है? How many of you know this? Work done by spring force is a conservative force. And how many of you also know this? Work done by conservative force is equal to negative change in potential energy. How many of you know this? Those who don't know, write these two things down. It's very important. It's a very big concept, very beautiful concept. Work done by conservative force is negative change in potential energy. Similarly, work done by spring force is equal to negative change in spring potential energy, that is U2 minus U1. Okay, done. Minus, what is the value of potential energy of spring? Half k x square. So finally, when it reaches at this position, what is the value of x? X max, है ना? So what will be its potential energy? Half k x square. So final potential energy is equal to half k x max square minus, what is the initial potential energy? अरे x value 0 है. When x value is 0, potential energy कितना हो जाएगा? Half k 0 square. So initial potential energy कितना हो गया बच्चा लोग? 0 plus mg x max का value हो गया 0. ठीक है? So minus half k x max square, I'm going to take it to the right hand side of the equation. वो हो जाएगा mg x max is equal to half k x max square. Okay, what we can cancel, 1x max cancel कर सकता है. So x max का value हो गया 2 mg divided by k. Okay, so option C है हमारा आंसर. हाँ श्रद्धा मानसी, वेरी गुड, यू आर गिविंग द आंसर्स, बिल्कुल बढ़िया. बडी हैज गिवन द फॉर्मूला फॉर पोटेंशियल एनर्जी एज हाफ के एक्स स्क्वायर, बिल्कुल बढ़िया. ओके, सो व्हाट डू यू ऑल से? इज इट क्लियर? समझ में आ गया सबको? Is it clear? I know that it was a bit lengthy question, but anyway, I hope you understood. And obviously, we are doing the sample paper, and you know that this is the section A. From the section A, you need to write down only 20 questions out of 25. So when you meet up with those big questions, you can do all these questions at last. Okay, if you couldn't complete all the 20 questions, then you can look for these kind of questions to solve. First, only go for the simple questions. Okay, try to do 20 questions from that simple questions. Okay, so even if you do 20 questions out of 25, you'll be getting the complete marks. That's how it works. आपको पता है, because that's how I explained the initial. Bulk matter class 11th है ना, will be starting on 21st. This Monday नहीं, next Monday हम शुरू करेगा term 2 chapters बच्चा लोग. So yes, okay, so time management, हाँ वो तो है. So I think many of you will be having the time management issues है ना, for your studies. First thing, how to manage your time, because so many subjects are there to be covered. फिर during the time of examination hall, so many questions are there to solve. Okay, so you have to, for question solving, you have to keep on increasing your speed and your analysis power. Okay, so I think it's time for हमारा अगला क्वेश्चन कर ले. जल्दी, it's time for next question. Okay, I'll come within 1 minute. ठीक है, अभी आएगा. Okay, sorry for that thing. I just went for using the washroom. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much for waiting, and people are just updating the answers. It's Priyanka बोल रहा है कि B बोल रहा है, श्रद्धा बोल रहा है कि A बोल रहा है. Then Jashandeep A बोल रहा है. Then Shraddha A, Jashandeep. Good. Everyone is updating their options. Cricketer, Shraddha, Jashan. Okay, so I can see so many options A's, I think. Right? Shall we see how this particular question can be done? Okay, so the correct option हमारा D है. Okay, let's see how we are getting the option D as our answer. I don't think anybody have given the option D. Okay, now I can see some options with D. Preeti, Shreya, Devika. Okay, good. हाँ, D option correct है, देख ले. A thin uniform rod of length 2L and mass m is acted upon by a constant torque. The angular velocity changes from 0 to omega in time t. So the value of torque. Torque का formula कितना है बच्चा लोग? I alpha, right? So first let us find I and alpha separately, then we will have the answer. I का value m, okay, it's a uniform rod, okay, rod का what is the value of moment of inertia? That is mass L square, the square of the length. But here don't make a mistake, it's 2L given, not L. So this will be 2L the whole square, bacha log, the whole divided by 12. So now you can see 2 square is 4, 4 by 12 हो जाएगा 1 by 3 है ना. So ml square by 3 है I. So I am going to substitute the same here. ml square by 3 मिल गया. Okay. फिर alpha क्या है? अरे alpha is very thin, simple. Change in angular velocity, that is omega final minus initial is 0 by time. कितना हो जाएगा? Omega by t. So कितना आंसर? ml square omega by 3t. ओके, 2-3 स्टेप्स पे हमको आंसर मिल जाएगा. दैट्स आवर ऑप्शन डी. ओके, यस, हाँ बडी, वेरी गुड. ओमेगा डी है हमारा आंसर. और क्या आप बोल दिया था देविका? वेरी गुड वेरी गुड. मैं तो बाहर गया था ना. आई एम रियली सॉरी फॉर दैट. अरे बिल्कुल, क्यों नहीं, जब हम स्टार्ट करेगा बिल्कुल करेगा, है ना. बिकॉज ऑल द बच्चा लोग नो दैट टुगेदर प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं ना. ओके, मैं और आप दोनों साथ में साथ मिलजुल कर रहे हैं ना एग्जाम के लिए प्रिपरेशन. तो बिल्कुल करेगा. और क्या. ओके, सो 20 क्वेश्चंस वी हैव कंप्लीटेड. यस, द ऑप्शन इज डी, है ना. वेरी गुड वेरी गुड. मूव ऑन कर ले, शाल वी. ग्रेट एंटनी. ओके, सो डी इज करेक्ट आंसर. बिल्कुल था. नेक्स्ट आंसर कर ले. Next one. Next, this is the 21st question. You know that for our in this particular series, we are having 55 questions. Like I said, we'll be trying to complete as many questions as possible. Okay, I also have a session at 10 PM for 12th standard, so I also have to save some for them also. What do you say? है ना, थोड़ा एनर्जी उसके लिए भी चाहिए, तो थोड़ा एनर्जी में रखेगा. So, श्रद्धा बोल रहा है कि ऑप्शन सी बोल रहा है. जशनदीप 1.88 बोल रहा है. फिर 1.89 बोल रहा है जशनदीप. फिर डिलीट किया वो. .88. कांचन चौधरी, आई एम. श्रद्धा सी, मॉम्स क्वीन प्रिया. Okay, very good very good very good. C option is correct. Yes, the correct option is option B हमारा बच्चा लोग. I know that very छोटू difference is there between all the things, है ना. So it is very hard to differentiate between whether it's option B or C or D if you have done the calculation by approximation, है ना. Because if you keep on doing approximation, it's really hard to differentiate between because answers are too close. Anyway, let's see how to do the problem पहले. So it says that for a satellite to be in a circular orbit 780 kilometers above the surface of the earth, what is the period of the orbit? So here this is earth. From the center of the earth we have radius, okay, which is the radius of the earth, and from the surface the satellite is at a height of 780 kilometers. Okay, so for this particular satellite, which is according to the height specified in the question, उसका time period क्या है? How many of you know the formula for time period बच्चा लोग? हाँ, बोल दे. 2 pi root of small r cube divided by gm, है ना. 2 into 3.14 the whole root of r, मतलब the total distance from the center to this particular point where satellites are revolving, right? So r कितना होता है? Radius plus 780, the height, है ना. So radius is 6400 plus 780, कितना हो जाएगा? 0, 8, this is 1, this is 7. this is 7180 kilometers, right? Or 7.1 into 10 power 6 meters, the whole cube divided by, root is still inside, g is 6.67 into 10 power minus 11, and mass is equal to mass of the earth, that is 6 into 10 power 24, let's say. Shall I leave the calculation to all the bacha log? Huh? Shall I leave? Because even if I do the calculation, I'll be doing by approximation. It is not necessary that we should be going with the option B as a. Okay. So yes, we'll be getting the option B as answer. This is 1.65 hours. Okay. So Jashanti बोल रहे कि 1.85. Sure. Do you want me to do an approximate calculation? Because by doing the approximate calculation, we cannot assure that as the answers are too close, we'll be having the answer. Arey baap re, arey baap re. One thing. This will be in seconds, है ना? This will be in seconds. The answer is in hours. वो तो हम भूल गया. How will we convert second into hour? By dividing it by 16 to 60. Okay, so make sure that you write this down also. अरे once you find the time period, वो seconds पे होता है, ठीक है? How to convert seconds to hours? By dividing by 16 to 60, that is 3600. Then we'll have the answer as in hours, and then we'll be getting the answer as option B, which is 1.65. ये भी कर ले, मैं तो भूल गया था, कोई ने नहीं अपडेट किया मुझे. Nobody told me sir ऐसे करना है. हाँ, थोड़ा विजिलेंट रह ले, ठीक है? ओके सर. श्रद्धा बोल रही कि ओके सर, बिल्कुल. So I think we can move for the next. What do you say? तो बच्चा लोग बता दे कैसे चल रहा है, मतलब are you able to understand the kind of questions and that is going to come for the term 1 examination, and how it is going to be, how your multiple choice question is going to be, right? I hope you are getting an idea सबको. Okay. Yes. 1 hour late. Who's late for 1 hour? कौन late है बच्चा लोग? ये कर ले. A body. Okay, I'll also read the question. A body moving with a uniform acceleration has a velocity of 12 centimeter per second in the positive x direction when its x coordinate is 3. Okay. If its x coordinate is 2 seconds later is minus 5 centimeter, right? What is the magnitude of its acceleration? Simple, it's not a big deal at all. Let me see how many of you are going to solve it. Jashandeep is telling 16, minus 16, right? Then Akansha, B बोल रहा है, minus 12 बोल रहा है Akansha. Then cricketer Mahesh C बोल रहा है. Of course, I'll be updating in the group, ठीक है? मैं update करेगा group पे. C option is correct. Sagar is telling minus 12. Okay, obviously I have to share the remaining questions in the form of PDF to every one of you, because I can't do the complete problem of 55 because time is totally limited. It's already 2 hours. We have completed only 22 questions. This is the 22nd questions, है ना? So anyway, let's do it. A body moving with a uniform acceleration has an initial velocity of 12 centimeter per second. Okay, let's see what our answer is. Everyone take le, and let's see how many of you got it correct. When its x coordinate is 3, so initial position vector is equal to 3 centimeters. If its x coordinate 2 seconds later, मतलब time हो गया 2 seconds, final x coordinate हो गया minus 5. What is the magnitude of acceleration? If we have initial and final है ना बच्चा लोग, how will we find out displacement? वो बोल दे. कैसे करेगा displacement? Final position minus initial position, सबको पता है, so वो कर ले. That is minus 5 minus x1 initial, that is 3. So ये कितना हो जाएगा? Minus 8. So displacement का value minus 8. Now you have displacement, initial and time, which is a formula for acceleration. Even छोटा बच्चा भी बताएगा ये equation क्या है. S is equal to ut plus half 8t² है ना, है या नहीं? हाँ, तो s का वैल्यू -8, u कितना 12, राइट, टाइम इज इक्वल टू 2, सो 12 into 2 प्लस हाफ, एक्सेलरेशन हमको पता नहीं, सो टाइम इज 2, सो 2². So this is a 12 into 2, 24, right? 24, when it comes to the left hand side, it is -24. So -24 -8 -32. Okay. So क्या हो गया हमको? U is 12 centimeter, right? 2. Displacement is yes, correct. फिर half a t². -5 -3 is -8 is displacement, है ना. U value is 12 centimeter per second. Time का value is given as 2 seconds. Did we made any mistake? बिल्कुल नहीं. So S is equal to ut plus half a t². S is equal to -8, right? So ut is equal to 12 into 2 plus half a t², right? Okay. Then बिल्कुल नहीं, -32 is equal to 2 times a, so acceleration is equal to -32/2. Okay, -16. So उत्तर C मिल गया. Okay. Yes, मिल गया. So बता दें, how many of you have given the option C has our हमारा आंसर? जल्दी 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 जल्दी. Who all have given option C as हमारा आंसर? Mom's Queen yes, Mahi yes. प्लेटलेट्स कम हो रही है यार, क्या हो गया? आप ऐसे बोल रहे हैं कि या सच में? मुझे पता नहीं. I can't make a comment on it. Devika, okay, now I hope you got the answer, right? Priyanka, very good, very good. Shraddha, yes, it was C. कोई बात नहीं. आयुष, आपको समझ में आ गया, I suppose, right? It was a very simple question, I suppose so. सच में? Okay, so I hope that everything, you have a speed recovery from whatever you're facing. I'm really sorry to hear that. So obviously I haven't gone through that pain, and also I have no idea how much you are going through, so everything will be all right. So Ayush, yes, okay, you are the best. I understand everything you teach. All right, thank you. So shall we go? Shall we proceed, bachcha log, to the 23rd question? Right. So at least let us try to complete half of our sample paper, है ना? So let us try to complete half of the sample paper, bachcha log. So जल्दी 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 जल्दी. मैं तो बिल्कुल बढ़िया हरजोत. So जशनदीप C बोल दिया. Then मानसी C बोल रहा है. Okay, I know that everybody will be going for the option C. Okay. Okay, I know that everybody तो अभी C के जा रहा है. देविका, क्रिकेटर बडी, मॉम्स क्वीन, सागर भी. Okay, first सागर बोल रहा है कि बी. वेरी गुड सागर. ऑप्शन बी है हमारा करेक्ट आंसर. First, I'll tell you why the option C is not the correct answer. Everyone, बच्चा लोग देख ले. बच्चा लोग देख ले. In a two-dimensional motion, two dimension, okay, instantaneous speed is a positive constant. Speed is a constant. Acceleration is not change in speed. Tell me, acceleration is change in velocity. It is not necessary that if particles are having the same speed, velocity has to be a constant. I have no idea how many of you got it. I'll tell you. देख लो. A particle, let's say initially it was moving towards north with some velocity of v0 towards north. Now it is changing its direction. Okay, now it is moving towards east with the same speed of v0. This is v0j, this is v0i. Is the speed constant in both the motion? Yes, the speed is a constant here. है ना, स्पीड कांस्टेंट है. Now my question is the velocity a constant here? Is velocity a constant? No, because you can see that the direction of the particle is changing. If the direction changes, velocity, which is a vector quantity, will also be changing. Velocity changes. If velocity changes, will there be an acceleration? Yes, there will be an acceleration. So you can see that even though the speed is a constant, we can have the acceleration. So whenever a definition is given that instantaneous speed is a constant, we cannot say that acceleration of the particle is zero. That's a wrong statement, right? So the only statement that we can go with is option B, that the acceleration of the particle is necessarily in the plane of the motion. Why? The acceleration has to be in the plane of the motion because it's a two-dimensional motion. If it has to be a two-dimensional, the acceleration should be in that plane itself. If the acceleration is out of the plane, the particle will start moving out of the plane, so it will be converting into a three-dimensional motion. We don't want that to happen. We want the motion to be two-dimensional. So हमारा acceleration भी in the plane of the motion होना ही चाहिए. समझ में आ गया? I hope you understood why it is option B, not C. Okay. So बोल ले आयुष, श्रद्धा, प्रीति, जशनदीप सर बस करो. Okay, we'll continue till 9:15. ठीक है? Okay. We'll continue till 9:15 at least. I'll share the remaining questions in the group. ठीक है बच्चा लोग, I'll share the slide in the Unacademy Class 11th and 12th Telegram channel है ना, उस पे share करेगा. And those who want the solutions, please do text me. I'll share the solutions also. I'll only be sharing the questions. ठीक है? Is it fine? Is it a thumbs up from everyone? Okay, so I'll be sending the entire 55 questions to every one of you. Okay. Next. Okay, next. एक मिनट बच्चा लोग. Okay. ये हमारा 24th क्वेश्चन है ना बच्चा लोग. शिवानी वर्मा सर आप अच्छा पढ़ाते हो. अरे थैंक यू सो मच. इससे ज़्यादा क्या चाहिए एज अ टीचर. A body of mass 0.25 किलोग्राम, ठीक है, is projected with muzzle velocity. Muzzle मतलब initial velocity from a tank of mass 100 किलोग्राम. Okay. Question ये कि what is the recoil velocity of the tank? Is there anyone who doesn't know this problem? अरे इतना simple problem है. इतना सिंपल प्रॉब्लम है. सागर बोल रहा है कि ऑप्शन ए, आयुष बोल रहा है कि ऑप्शन ए, मानसी सी बोल रहा है, फिर जशनदीप 0.25. आई थिंक दैट्स ऑप्शन ए. हाँ ओके ओके. सो सब बोल रहा है कि ऑप्शन ए बोल रहा है ना. बिल्कुल बढ़िया मेरा बच्चा लोग, ऑप्शन ए ही करेक्ट है. वेरी गुड. शैल वी सी. टेल मी which concept you have to use? Conservation of momentum, isn't it? Because there is no external force acting, isn't it? So the momentum of momentum है ना, m नहीं, momentum of the bullet or the body will be equal to the momentum of the tank. Conservation of momentum concept. Okay, how will you write the momentum of a body or a bullet? Mass of the body into velocity of the body is equal to, ये कितना होता है, mass of the tank, velocity of the tank. Question क्या है कि recoil velocity of the tank. Velocity of the tank will be equal to mass of the body कितना, 0.25, right, into velocity of tank कितना, 100, divided by mass of the tank will be coming as the denominator, वो भी 100 है. So 100 cancel हो जाएगा, 0.25 हमारा आंसर आ जाएगा. ओके. सो मिल गया हमको उत्तर है ना. देख ले कितना सिंपल, सिंपल सा सीधा सा छोटू सा प्रॉब्लम. टाइम चाहिए था मॉम्स क्वीन, अरे माफ कर दे, थोड़ा और टाइम अगले क्वेश्चन से दे दूंगा. ओके. अरे किसी ने, अरे आर्मी भैया मत कर ले, यू आर सपोज टू सर्व द कंट्री है ना. ओके. सो सर्व कर ले हमको भी, वी आर ऑल्सो ट्राइंग टू लर्न समथिंग, सो प्लीज डोंट स्पैम. जशनदीप आई विल बी एंग्री, क्यों, क्या हो गया जशनदीप, कौन इरिटेट कर रहा है आपको? ओके, सो शैल वी प्रोसीड? अगला हरा, हम सेक्शन बी पे पहुंच गया somehow. Okay, so let's try to do some 1 or 2 questions from there. Okay, then we'll wind up the session. Remaining questions I'll be sharing in the groups. ठीक है? Okay, जल्दी कर ले. Next question. It's a very good question बच्चा लोग, सच बता रहा हूँ मैं. It's a very good question. ब्लॉग स्पॉट गेमिंग आप मिस कर रहे हैं आर्मी भैया को. ओके प्रीति आप जा रहा है, बाय बाय, ठीक है. ओके एवरीवन इज लाइक आई कैन सी सो मेनी ऑप्शंस, ए सी बी, देन बी है, सी है. ओके आई कैन सी सो मेनी ऑप्शंस, बी है, सी है. सो द करेक्ट ऑप्शन, शैल आई बच्चा, शैल आई गिव यू द करेक्ट ऑप्शन? हमारा करेक्ट ऑप्शन बी है. रिमेन्स अनअल्टर्ड नहीं है. देख ले देख ले देख ले देख ले देख ले देख ले मानसी, इट्स अ वेरी ब्यूटीफुल क्वेश्चन. Okay, a horizontal platform is rotating with a uniform angular velocity around the vertical axis passing through its center, right? At some instant of a time, a viscous liquid of mass m is dropped at the center. You know that even if you drop an mass on that particular disk, okay, it will be continuing its rotation, and you know that external torque acting on the body is 0. Even if you add a drop of water, right, we are not adding any extra torque on the body, so torque is remaining as 0 itself. Tell me, if torque is 0, what is going to be as a constant? अरे if force is 0, linear momentum constant होता है. Okay, if torque 0 होता है तो angular momentum constant होता है. How many of you know this? How many of you know this? Those who don't know, जल्दी से जल्दी नोट कर ले. Okay, now tell me, L का फॉर्मूला क्या है? L एंगुलर मोमेंटम इज इक्वल टू आई ओमेगा, है ना? सो आई ओमेगा का वैल्यू कांस्टेंट हो जाएगा. ओके, व्हेन दिस इज रोटेटिंग. ठीक है, नाउ लेट अस ड्रॉ. ये हमारा डिस्क है, इट इज रोटेटिंग अबाउट दिस पर्टिकुलर एक्सिस. नाउ a viscous liquid of mass m is dropped at the center and is allowed to spread out and finally fall. Now this what, हाँ, ये हमारा लिक्विड है ना, इनिशियली इट वाज एट सेंटर, इट स्टार्ट मूविंग आउटवर्ड्स ऐसे. टेल मी, once this mass particle moves outward, the distance of this mass particle will increase, right? What about I? When the mass particle, मतलब when this liquid of mass m starts moving outward from the axis, what happens? इसका R तो increase हो जाएगा. If R value increases, what happened to moment of inertia? That will also be increasing, right? So as the mass droplets starts moving out of the center, its R increases, moment of inertia increases. है ना? Tell me, as I omega has to remain as a constant, if I increases, what should be happening to omega to make it as a constant? Yes, the omega has to decrease. If one is increasing, the other has to decrease, so that I omega will be remaining as a constant, है ना? Yes. So omega value will decreases initially. Then क्या हो जाएगा? So this mass particle, it will be moving outward, 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 and finally it will be thrown out. Thrown out का मतलब क्या है? Thrown out का मतलब ये है कि the total moment of inertia that was given by this mass droplet to the entire system will be gone. Matlab, the moment of inertia will be decreasing all of a sudden. If moment of inertia decreases all of a sudden, coming back to the same equation, what will happen to this omega? If one of the term decreases, the other has to increase to make it as a constant. So omega value increase हो जाएगा. समझ में आ गया? हाँ, समझ में आ गया सबको? एवरीवन विथ अ स्माइल. ओके, आप दे दिया क्या पहले आंसर एज बी? वेरी गुड श्रद्धा, बिल्कुल बढ़िया. ओके, थैंक यू सो मच शिवानी. ओके, थैंक यू सो मच. ओके, सो स्पैम मत कर ले. ओके, आई हैव सीन, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर दैट कमेंट, इट मीन्स अ लॉट. ओके, Okay, so yes, very good. So Azad, Jashan, Devika, shall we go for the very last question of the session? Okay, which is the 26th question. After this, whatever questions are remaining, which is 55 questions hota hai in your term 1 examination, hai na? So I'll be giving you that in the group. Okay, I'll updating the same questions there. Okay, remaining questions I'll be updating. This hota hai hamara last question for the session. Okay, जल्दी जल्दी बोल दे उत्तर क्या है. क्लियर निकी? यस. श्रद्धा से सी ऑप्शन बोल रहा है 0.75. ओके, एवरीवन इज गिविंग विद ऑप्शन सी. सरिदा बोल रहा है कि ऑप्शन 0 है. ओके, मतलब वो ऑप्शन होता है ए, है ना. मानसी ए बोल रहा है. ओके, ए बोल दिया. प्रियंका सी बोल दिया मुझे. ओके, सिंपल और डिम्पल था. हमारा ऑप्शन ए है 0. क्यों? देख ले, two persons of masses 55 kilogram and 65 kilogram respectively, okay, are at the opposite ends of a boat. ये हमारा boat है, देख ले. So you have one person ऐसे, okay, another person ऐसे. Let's say this is 55, this is 65. Length of the boat is 3 meters. ये 3 meter होता है and इसका weight 100 kilogram है. This 55 kilogram man walks up to this 65 and sits with him. If the boat is in still water, the center of mass of the system shifts by. For moving the center of mass, okay, for moving center of mass, we need an external force acting on the body. Is there an external force acting here, bachcha log? Can you see an external force acting here? बिल्कुल भी नहीं, है ना. So if external force is not there, center of mass of the system will not move. So the center of mass of system shift by 0. It will not be shifting. अब समझ में आ गया why the answer is option A? हाँ, समझ में आ गया why the option A has to be the answer, बच्चा लोग. I think many of you have given the answer. क्वेश्चन नहीं दिख रहा है, क्या हो गया? दिख रहा है ना, सबको दिख रहा है ना क्वेश्चन. ओके, ये नो क्यों है? इज इट बिकॉज नो डाउट्स आर देयर, इसीलिए बोल रहा है कि नहीं? थक गया जशनदीप. ओके, सो वील वाइंड अप द सेशन, ठीक है. So we'll wind up the session. So I think we did 25 plus almost 27 questions we did, I think. Okay, which means almost half of the paper we have done. Okay, so remaining half I'll be sharing the questions, right? Those who want है ना उसका answers, please do text me in Telegram. You will find me by just typing my name Ameer Basith, right? So yes. Okay, some are telling like sir assertion recent type का थोड़ा exercise करा दो. So I'm skipping all these questions, right? I'll do some 2 questions from assertion recent type. मेरा हिंदी तो लगता है कि अच्छा चल रहा है. Okay, पता नहीं, आप लोग ही बताना. Okay, we'll do 2 assertion recent type question also. So मानसी बोल दिया कि सर assertion recent type का practice करना है. So ठीक है, 1-2 question करेगा. PDF तो मैं share करेगा सबको. Okay, very good. Take it. A body falling freely may do so with constant velocity. Is it a right statement? A freely falling body will be moving with constant velocity. It moves with constant acceleration, है ना? Constant velocity बिल्कुल गलत बात है. Because once you leave a body, it will be coming down with an acceleration called as acceleration due to gravity. है ना? ठीक है. Reason बोल रहा है कि the body falls freely when acceleration of the body is equal to the acceleration due to gravity. मतलब reason तो सही है ना. reason बोल रहा है कि when the body falls freely acceleration will be equal to acceleration due to gravity. वो सही है. Initially it is wrong. So you can say that A is false but R is true. So option D होता है. Okay, so I hope you understood. Okay, so I was just explaining how to do an assertion recent type. एक और question करेगा, ये आप लोगों ने कर ले. आप लोगों ही कर ले। रॉन्ग हो गया श्रद्धा, कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं। हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू गिवन द आंसर? नूर फातिमा हैज गिवन मी ऑप्शन डी, बिल्कुल। मानसी हैज गिवन ऑप्शन डी, वाह वाह मानसी, आपको पता। जशनदीप, इवन इफ यू आर दिस टायर्ड यू आर गिविंग द आंसर, है ना? सल्यूट टू यू मेरा भाई। सो जशनदीप ए, अरे ये क्वेश्चन का करने दो फिर, है ना अगला क्वेश्चन। हाँ मानसी, हाँ बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, मैं देख लिया आपका आंसर करेक्ट है। अदर्स आंसर इसका सरिदा बी बोल रहा है, नूर फातिमा सी, मानसी ए, जशनदीप ए, ओके। सो ठीक है, देख लेगा क्या है। A stone tied to end of a string of mass of 1 meter, not mass, length 1 meter long is whirled in a horizontal circle with a constant speed. If the stone makes 22 revolutions in 44 seconds, centripetal acceleration. Tell me, what is the non-formula for everyone for centripetal acceleration? V square by R, है ना? Can you make a small change here? Because you all know that V का value R omega होता है, okay? सबको पता है ना? V is equal to R omega. So V square will be equal to R omega the whole square by R. So 1 R cancel करके ये R omega square होता है, ठीक है? R into, tell me what omega is. ओमेगा का वैल्यू क्या होता है? दैट इज थीटा डिवाइडेड बाय टाइम होता है ओमेगा द होल स्क्वायर, है ना? ओके, नाउ स्टार्ट सब्स्टिट्यूटिंग। आर रेडियस 1, थीटा कितना? थीटा इज द एंगल इट मेक्स। इट मेक्स 22 रेवोल्यूशंस। 22 रेवोल्यूशंस मतलब 22 into 2 pi. क्यों 22 into 2 pi? Because in one revolution, if it makes one circle, the angle it covers is 2 pi, 360. So in 22 pi, 22 into 2 pi, ठीक है? Theta is 22 into 2 pi divided by time कितना दे दिया बच्चा लोग? 44 दे दिया. So time 44, the whole square, है ना? ठीक है. Now 22 by 44 is 1 by 2. ये 2 और ये 2 cancel हो जाएगा. What it remains is pi square. Is the answer correct? The centripetal acceleration produces pi square. Yes, assertion is correct. What about reason? Reason is r omega square. Centripetal acceleration is r omega square. Yes, that is correct. Was with the help of this particular statement, we were able to prove the assertion statement? Yes. Matlab, r is the correct explanation of A and R are true. So which option? Which option we should be going? We should be going with the option A. समझ में आ गया सबको? हाँ? Okay. Okay. Shraddha, yes, it's A. It's A. Jashandeep, A. So I hope you all are happy. Okay. So how many of you will do the remaining questions and send me through Telegram? कौन कौन करेगा वो बता. How many of you will do the remaining question of the sample paper and will be sending me through Telegram? कौन कौन करेगा? We almost did 29 questions. So from 55, 26 questions are left almost. है ना? कौन कौन करेगा बता. आजाद सिंह आप करेगा, है ना? फिर who is there to promise me? श्रद्धा करेगा. Sarida will do, right? Diamond clear, Mansi? Okay, then who all? Okay, at least try to do it by yourself, Jashan. ठीक है? Okay, Shivani, then Shraddha once again, Shruti, Riya, Priya, करूँगी, है ना? Very good. So I am expecting answers from every one of you for the remaining 26 questions. So everyone, please do write me. Okay, please do send me the answers for the remaining questions. After you send me the questions का answer है ना, I'll send you the solutions. ठीक है? Okay. So all these slides and the notes I will be sending. The notes है ना, ये note and whatever the questions we have completed, पूरा का पूरा I'm going to update in Unacademy class 11th and 12th. Everyone take the notes from there. ठीक है? So thank you so much. I think everybody have liked the session. Session कैसा था बच्चा लोग वो बता. How was the session? Have you all enjoyed? Enjoy किया है क्या सब? So these are the batches that is going to start. Special classes happens. I'll update the special class topics to you. Nice. Must Priya. Perfect Sarita. Amazing. Okay, very good, very good. So those who haven't liked the session, क्या करना है, थोड़ा प्यार दे दे अमीर भैया को, है ना, तो लाइक बटन दबाकर बता दे हाँ सर सेशन वाज गुड, वाज यूजफुल एंड एंजॉयड अ लॉट. वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. Good, good, good. Thank you so much everyone. So those who haven't subscribed, जल्दी फटाफट subscribe कर ले to the session, ठीक है. And thank you so much everyone. We all will be meeting in our next classes. So bye bye everyone. Take care. Thank you so much. We all will be meeting. Okay. Bye bye. Bye cricketer, Buddy, Sagar, Shivani, Priya, Jashan, everyone. I'll be updating the notes in the Unacademy class 11th and 12th Telegram abhi. Okay. Everyone can go and have a look at it. Remaining questions will also be there. Okay. Bye bye.